The last 36 years, men have competed for fame and glory at the Super Bowl. Few events have provided such a prolific stage upon which a person can write themselves into the pages of history like the Super Bowl can. To the victor go the spoils, and while some become legends, every winner will be focused on the Vince Lombardi Trophy. This season, the New England Patriots started the year as heavy underdogs after finishing last in the AFC East in 2000. After winning just one of their first 4 games, they dragged themselves up from the basement and steadily climbed up through the standings to win their division and enter the postseason as the 2nd seed in the American Conference. They are underdogs personified, led by Tom Brady, a backup quarterback who nobody had heard of before he stepped out of the shadows to get a grip on a team of unknowns and has-beens to become overachievers. Ex-Arena Leaguer David Patton also was unheralded, but he too has achieved glory, becoming the first person to run, throw, and catch a touchdown in a game in 22 years. And in fitting style, Antoine Smith, thrown on a scrap heap by the Buffalo Bills, has come through as a game-breaking runner. Now, in the greatest sporting spectacle on earth, they are among the biggest underdogs in Super Bowl history because they faced the St. Louis Rams, champions the season before last.
Probably the final play of the game. In regulation. It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot. And the Rams have won the Super Bowl.
Because now, one of the best offenses to ever grace a gridiron has been joined by a defensive unit fit to play alongside it. The effect has been devastating, the Rams losing only twice as they focus on their 2nd Super Bowl in 3 years. The Rams are led by MVP Kurt Warner. Warner knows what being an unknown backup is all about. His path to glory went through the Arena League and then NFL Europe before he got a chance to show what he could do in '99, resulting in a championship. In Isaac Bruce, he has one of the best in the business in hauling in passes, a sure-handed receiver with great speed and tenacity. And behind him is Marshall Faulk, last season's most valuable player and one of the best runners of the modern era. At stake tonight is a place in sporting history, a chance to make headlines and become a legend.
Hey, AFC champ, baby. AFC champ, baby. Girl, everything is right here, baby. It don't get no better than this. I'm telling you.
Kurt Warner was the Cinderella story of the 34th Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady to be the Cinderella story of the 36th.
St. Louis is the home of the NFL's most prolific offense. Since 1999, the Rams have been the most effective and unstoppable force in the league. Head coach Mike Martz is the engineer of the offense dubbed Max Q for its similarities to the extreme force that occurs after a space shuttle launch.
When you run a race, do you run to win that race or you run that race as fast as you can? And we run the race as fast as we can.
Yeah! What a play by Torrey Holt! 52-yard strike from Kurt Warner. And just outruns everybody. What a job.
What's the best way to win and score points? And if it's running the ball, if it's throwing the ball, whatever it is that week, that's what we'll do.
He treats every play exactly the same, that he wants to score his touchdown, he wants to be successful in every situation, that he doesn't hold anything back.
The Rams' success is the product of a well-conceived design that allows speed to be isolated to maximum advantage, speed that makes some wonder where the defenders are.
I think what we've done is we've tried to tailor what we do to the talent that we have and take advantage of that. And I think that way you maximize the talent that you have on your football team.
That talent includes the last 3 NFL Most Valuable Players and a combined 14 Pro Bowl invitations among his highly skilled playmakers. While the scoring records are impressive, even more so are the variations and changes that Martz and his coaches make during a game to achieve those records.
Trying to figure out adjustments and try to predict adjustments of the defensive structure will make to some of the things that we do offensively and what type of matchup that's going to create. Do we get one linebacker on Marshall?
Marshall comes out of the backfield. It's a one-on-one situation. You beat Chris and draft the outside backer.
If they're all in nickel or all DBs back there on third down, then we need to run the ball.
Kurt will turn and hand to Marshall the draw. Got a miss. He's inside the 10. Nice. Touchdown, Marshall Falk.
We really look to see who is going to match up on these guys, and that's why during the course of the game, we may go into the game and not have the thought of really throwing the ball a great deal, but then you see the matchups that transpire, something that you don't expect, and you got to adjust and you have to go with those matchups, and that's what we've tried to do.
One of his most successful matchups came in 1999 as the offensive coordinator of the Rams in Super Bowl 34.
But I'll tell you this, they cannot cover our two wide receivers out there. Mike, next time, you're thinking, you had Isaac Bruce on 37, all singled up.
The game's all tied up, 2 minutes to go, the ball in my hands, and all I'm thinking was, you know, this is what you've always asked for. This is what you did on your front lawn, you know, every afternoon during football season, is you played out this same scenario. You threw the winning pass, you caught the winning catch, you made the winning play in the Super Bowl.
At the line of scrimmage, St. Louis lined up with 3 receivers to the right and 1 receiver to the left of Kurt Warner. At the snap, all 4 receivers attacked down the field. Each of Warner's 3 receivers on the right was being covered man-to-man. From earlier film studies, St. Louis knew the safety would concentrate more on the 2 inside receivers. That left Isaac Bruce one-on-one on the outside and too far away for the safety to help. Warner recognized that this was the matchup he wanted to exploit.
First and 10 from the 27. Warner back to throw. Rainbows the far sideline, and it is caught by Isaac Bruce. Makes the move to the 30, 25, 20, and they won't catch him today. Touchdown, Rams!
Marx's offensive brilliance helped guide St. Louis to a world championship, and 3 days later earned him the Rams' head coaching position.
How surprised are you, Tom, at how well you performed?
I really don't think, you know, I sit there and say how well I perform, because a quarterback,
I'll answer that because he's going to give you this modest.
No, I'm serious. Don't, yeah, if you do the cliche thing.
I'll put it this way, Terry. I'm not surprised at how well he's performed. When I went down, I fully expected him to come in and play at a very high level because I've watched him.
And Drew Bledsoe's watched a lot since Mo Lewis crushed and nearly killed him in week 2. Even after recovering, the 3-time Pro Bowler spent the rest of the regular season on the sidelines.
When you were healthy after the injury to the chest and the blood vessel, and you were able to come back, and they said, Tom Brady, yeah, this is your job.
Looking back at it, you know, I didn't like it. You know, didn't agree with it, but the fact of the matter is that we're in the Super Bowl now.
It never divided you two, did it? I mean, are you good friends, or are you just both?
hate
No, we are. We're buddies. It made, you know, obviously changes the dynamic of that relationship a little bit. It makes for some uncomfortable times.
This is unusual, is it not? I mean, this is uncomfortable for me. I feel, I especially feel, I don't really
We're
feel.
sitting in the right group then.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are different about us.
He's got about 30 pages in the Patriot.
You're about 3 lines.
You got a page, mate. You got a website?
No.
You got a website?
With my foundation,
Yeah.
we do, yeah.
You drive a Mercedes?
Uh-huh.
You drive a what?
Dodge Ram pickup. Why you laugh at that? See, he'd be the one that probably be driving the Dodge Ram. I should be driving a Mercedes.
Differences aside, Brady says he's learned how to play in the NFL thanks to his mentor.
He's been through what I'm going through, so he can add a lot to. Maybe he's learned from some of the dumb things that he's done, and he's telling me don't do these dumb things that that I'm doing. He's had so many experiences with playing professional football, being in the spotlight, and just having the people pull at you.
Okay, he's learned all that from you. What did you learn from him?
Not how to dress. No.
Certainly not.
Yeah, no.
He's good, man.
No, it's been. I'll tell you what. It's been impressive to watch the way that he prepares himself for the game and how meticulous he is in in his preparation, and really when he goes into a game, I think that he has as good a command as anybody I've ever seen of as far as what we're doing, what the defense is doing, and then his ability to recognize and process that information very quickly has really allowed him to have a great deal of success.
I think Bledsoe was real disappointed that he lost this job, because you're not supposed to lose your job to injury. You're not supposed to do it. But, Bill Belichick's job was on the line now. He had to make a move. So he went with Tom Brady. Tom Brady came in, did a great job. Okay, I'm not going to change now. We're winning. And Bledsoe was upset. Don't matter. This guy made the right move. What's his name again? Brady. Brady's this guy. Listen to me. Brady's this guy. He's got to go with him. I'm glad he didn't change it for the Super Bowl. That would have been a big mistake.
A major mistake. 13-3 Brady has been for the season so far. But if you're the Rams, which one of these quarterbacks do you want to face?
It really doesn't matter. If I'm the Rams, I'm going to beat whoever they got back there. Now, Tom Brady, he has a bad ankle. I will blitz him till the cows come home. And then if Bledsoe comes in, I'll blitz him too. I'll make those quarterbacks beat me. I don't think they could beat the Rams. I tell you what, it's going to be a close game. Rams may eke it out.
Composure of Brady, young guy, biggest game of his career right now.
It all depends. He's nervous right now. He is nervous. And I'm going to tell you something. A young guy, second year from Michigan, biggest game of his life. Now, two things are going to happen. Either he can be great or be real bad. But the thing that's in the Patriots corner is they have Bledsoe. He's been a starter for 9 years, or pretty much 8 years since he lost his job this year to Brady. So they got a good backup plan, so they'll be all right.
Okay, so Bledsoe was the #1 pick in the 1993 draft. Brady was the 199th pick 2 seasons ago. Join us after the break when we'll be hearing from the other key players in the big game.
Who's going to win this game?
Oh, the Rams are going to pound them.
Who's going to win?
St. Louis Rams. We're from St. Louis.
Go Pats. I got one thing to say. I need a ticket for my wife. Yeah, I don't want
In your dreams. Everyone's saying you guys don't have a chance.
Everyone's wrong.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, let them say it. We've been underdogs the entire season. Nothing can stop us now.
Mate, you got to have some stuff to wear a shirt like that.
Well, the 1999 champions.
Oh, okay. You're going to be 2001 champions?
Yes, sir.
St. Louis, we're watching the Super Bowl on Sky Sports.
The calm before the storm. Super Bowl 36, just a matter of a few hours away now, and the Superdome here in New Orleans absolutely empty. But come game time, it'll be full of Rams fans, it'll be full of Patriots fans, and it'll be full of fans of football as well, all intrigued by this amazing clash. Who will prevail? Kurt Warner, after the 3 years he's had, he's proven himself as one of the finest quarterbacks of his generation. And of course, Marshall Faulk, the best running back in the league without question. But consider a couple of small facts. The Patriots have gone on quite a tear. They've won 8 games in a row, including those 2 playoff wins against Oakland and Pittsburgh. And in that span, they've conceded no more than 17 points. Bill Belichick has this defense very focused and working with great cohesion and unity. It's a defense that has contained a lot of teams, and containment is the key against the Rams. If there's going to be an upset, maybe special teams will be the deciding factor. But the smart money says the Rams, and having said the Rams last week by 20, I've got to stick with that. I just got this funny feeling it might be just a little bit closer.
New Orleans, America, we love you. Okay, everybody clap your hands for freedom. One, two, three, four. This is my right. Right given by God to live a free
had a vision.
What was the vision?
The vision was to go out and get guys that understood and knew what it took to win, knew what it took to go through all the adversity that we had.
You don't need to go through them all.
Okay, all right. You know them all?
I've heard them too many times.
You know, from everything from Coach Ray Bondine in training camp to the Terry Glenn saga.
To make a decision like he made by keeping Tom out there on the field when you have a $100 million quarterback, you know, back and ready for action.
He just stood up and said, okay, Tom Brady's my quarterback. Okay, Terry Glenn, you're suspended. Okay, we're not going to bring in another coach. I'm going to help with the offense. You know, he's pushed all the right buttons this season.
Everybody wants to go out there and make a good showing. And, you know, we have that here in this team. Everybody's going out there doing their own job and really don't care who gets all the recognition.
People have tried to put different spins on it, but we're just trying to find good football players, and they came in different shapes and sizes.
And with that formula, the Patriots reached the Super Bowl. Exactly 2 years removed from a time in his life, Belichick was sure his career was over. A disastrous exit after one day as the Jets head coach led to lost court battles and a standoff between the owner who wanted Belichick in New England and the man who wanted him in New York. In the end, the Jets got draft picks and Belichick got a chance to redeem himself.
I knew that we needed him to win. He wasn't on our team, but he was a guy that was the missing link.
I can't express my gratitude to Bob Kraft for providing me the opportunity to be with the New England Patriots, that I wanted to prove to him that his confidence was justified, and I wanted to repay it.
Do you know how grateful Bill is for what you did for him 2 years ago?
You'll have to ask him.
I already did.
Well, he, after the Oakland game, he gave me the team ball, which was pretty cool. You know, that's a stadium that I sat in for 30-odd years. I had my kids grow up there, and the last game, it was really great.
And thanks to a wild winning season nobody saw coming, Kraft and the Patriots believe what they built could make for one last obstacle successfully overcome.
Biggest game we got. Biggest game for all the marbles.
Biggest smack in the face that we can give everybody is win a world championship.
The fact of the matter is we are a good team. That's the reason why we're here. And we believe in each other. So that makes us a dangerous team.
Played for Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and others, about 6, 7 other teams. But you know what? He's a career special teamer. Now he's stepped into a role of being a pretty good wide receiver and a playmaker.
And speaking of a wide receiver and a playmaker, the loss of Terry Glenn for the Patriots.
That guy's got to be shooting himself in the foot. Now, in 1985, the Chicago Bears had a safety named Todd Bell, I do believe his name was. Now, Todd tried to hold out for more money on his contract. Well, the Bears said, well, we don't need you. No big deal. We got somebody else. Guy stepped in. They went to the Super Bowl. This guy doesn't get his ring. And the same thing's going to happen to Mr. Glenn.
And you're looking at the Super Bowl. He was with the Patriots in their last Super Bowl, which they didn't really do too well in. And we're looking at the 2 Super Bowl losses right here and the numbers.
You know what? I hope it's not a jinx, because every time the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, it's in New Orleans, and they get blown out. I hope this don't happen this year.
And the people with great math, that's what, 81-31,
Ooh.
the Patriots have been outscored, and that's a little offense and no defense so far.
There's a lot of points to be given up. And, you know, I just hope it doesn't happen this year. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think it's going to be a lot closer.
Okay, so, well, it hasn't been all play for Nick Halling. Earlier, he tracked down arguably the biggest name in American football for his take on tonight's big game.
Well, John, a lot of people around here seem to be saying that the Rams are going to win and the Patriots don't have much of a chance. Is that an opinion you share?
Well, you know, I never like to say that before a game, that someone's going to win and someone doesn't have a chance, because you don't know about this game. And the longer I'm in it, the more that I know that I don't know. Because if you really knew, and if it were true all the time, you wouldn't even have to play the game. And the same people that think that the Patriots don't have a chance said a week ago against Pittsburgh they didn't have a chance, and of course they were wrong. So, you know, when I look at the teams, the Rams are the better team, and but the better team doesn't always win. It's the team that plays the best that day.
And looking at the Patriots, I mean, if they do have an edge in one area, it would be special teams, which can be big, can't it?
I think there are two areas. In fact, I was talking to Bill Belichick today about it, that if the Patriots are going to win, they have to score points in other areas in addition to their offense, because their offense probably can't score enough points to beat the Rams. So those two areas come from special teams, which are big, and they can do it. I mean, Troy Brown, their punt returning guy, is very, very excellent, and then he can make a big play. And then their defense has to create turnovers, and then from those defensive turnovers, they have to score touchdowns. I mean, it's not just that there's a turnover, the fumble, the jump on the ball or something. They have to be able to take that fumble, take that interception, and score touchdowns with it.
What's your thoughts on this Rams offense? I think I read somewhere that you said this might be the best offense that you've ever seen.
I think this is the best offense that's ever been assembled in the history of the league. I mean, there have been teams that have had great running backs, but they haven't had the quarterback, or teams that have had great quarterbacks, but they haven't had that many receivers of the running back. And I think it's not only the running back, but the things that the running back can do. Marshall Faulk, if you want a running back, he's as good as there is at running the ball. Plus, you can put him out as a receiver, and he's as good as any receiver. So that really gives him, that extra guy that you have to account for, because you have to account for him as a wide receiver.
Looking to can, not straight up. That's where they got to blitz a little bit. They got to make something happen. They cannot line up and physically beat the Rams.
Okay, let's get over to the stadium for the players to be introduced. Pat Summerall is the man with the mic.
And wide receiver from North Carolina State, number 88, Torrey Holt. At left tackle from Ohio State, number 76, Orlando Pace. At left guard from Western Michigan, number 61, Tom Newton. At center from Toledo, number 67, Andy McCollum. At right guard from South Dakota State, number 62, Adam Timmerman. At right tackle from Kansas, number 60, Rod Jones. At right end, at tight end from Washington, number 84, Ernie Conwell. At wide receiver from Memphis State, number 80, Isaac Bruce. At quarterback from Northern Iowa, number 13, Kurt Warner. At fullback from San Jose State, number 42, James Hodgins. At running back from San Diego State, number 28, Marshall Faulk.
You got Mike coming. Go, man, Mike.
Mike Martz, of course, the head coach of the St. Louis Rams, and the New England Patriots just filing into the tunnel to be recognized and introduced as Super Bowl 36. Football Conference champions, the New England Patriots.
So instead of being introduced individually, as is the tradition in Super Bowls, the team coming out en masse as the New England Patriots.
Showing the unity that this team has shown all season long on the football field. One of the highlights of a player's career is the ability to be introduced, or the opportunity to be introduced in that tunnel and hear your name called out. This New England Patriots football team denying that, declining on that. They wanted to be introduced en masse as a team because that's what's got them here.
And that really shows a statement of intent from the Patriots. They've torn up the traditions of the Super Bowl and said, no, we're not going to have introductions. We've got here as a team, and we stay here and we play here as a team. And this is a first, no question about it. Let's see if it pays off when the game begins. And when we return, we will have the Star-Spangled Banner and the kickoff moments away.
The Star-Spangled Banner will be signed for the hearing impaired by New Orleans police officer Joe Narcisse. And now, to honor America, please join in the singing of our national anthem by the Boston Pops under the direction of Keith Lockhart and the biggest selling female recording artist in history, Mariah Carey.
A great singer, the #1 female artist of all time in selling. I haven't bought one of her records. She'd be broke if she depended on me.
You're not the only one, brother.
Okay. I'm feeling you on that, all right? Hey.
Get the hands on the team, on the receiver.
Okay, let's get over it to the stadium.
And with him, World War II hero and the 41st President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush. The referee for today's game is Bernie Kukar. To toss the coin, former President Bush.
This is your commemorative coin. The heads are the helmet. The tails are the Super Bowl logo. Captain Robinson, what is your call? Heads is called. Mr. President, will you please toss the coin? Give it a rod. Give it a flip. Go ahead, flip it. Heads was called, as it is. St. Louis is one that toss. You want the ball? This way. St. Louis has won the toss. Will receive. Shake hands, gentlemen. Good luck to both of you.
Back in Week 10 up in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the Rams beat the Patriots 24-17. The Patriots led late in the second quarter, Moose. They had over 400 total yards, and the turnover is a big factor in the game. And since then, each of these teams have won 8 consecutive games.
And that's going to be the key for this afternoon. The New England Patriots are going to have to play error-free football and get points off of turnovers. And that first meeting, Terrell Buckley with the interception, he returns that for a touchdown. Teddy Bruschi follows that up on the next offensive play. They get points there. But late in that first half, an opportunity to go up 10. They fumble the ball going in. St. Louis turns around, drives 98 yards. Marshall Faulk right there with a touchdown. Instead of being up 10 going into half, they find themselves down 4.
Bill Belichick, who is no stranger to Super Bowls, but as an assistant coach, he assisted Bill Parcells when the New York Giants were victorious and was the defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells when he moved to New England when the Patriots played here back in 1997, losing to the Green Bay Packers. But now he is the head coach of the team, and it is Belichick who is the defensive mastermind who will try to solve the genius offensive exploits of Mike Martz. So that's the contrast we have, but the Rams certainly the favorites in this game. And the Rams winning the toss, and the Patriots will kick off. And we're set to go. Adam Vinatieri will kick off for the Patriots. Nick Halling already chronicled his achievements in the playoffs, and Yo Murphy is back deep for the Rams. And they'll be watching in Scotland this fella. He played 3 years for the Scottish Claymores, one of the most popular guys that ever played in Scotland, and a guy that just never gave up his dream of playing in the NFL. He finally hooked on, and here he is, going to be returning the opening kickoff in a Super Bowl. And the MVP of the championship game. The World Bowl in That's 1997. Right. 96, in fact, yeah. From World Bowl to Super Bowl. Bernie Kukar is the referee. As you have already heard, this will be his second game working. His 18th season, and it is an all-star officiating crew led by Bernie Kukar. Looking at Darryl, Dick, he looks like he wants to be out there right now. I think he'll feel better after the game is over, though.
Exactly.
No aches and pains.
Right now, he'd love to be out there for 3 hours from now. That body would be a little bit sore.
They have to have butterflies, Darryl.
If they didn't have butterflies, they're in the wrong profession. I mean, that's when you know you're doing something you love. And I guarantee you, all 22 guys out on that field right now, that stomach is churning.
And Super Bowl 36 is underway. Adam Vinatieri with the kick. And Yo Murphy returning from the 3-yard line for the Rams. finds an opening, and Yo Murphy with a big return near the 40-yard line. And what a boost that is for the LA Rams. Otis Smith making the tackle after a 38-yard kickoff return to start Super Bowl 36.
Well, that's an inauspicious start for the New England Patriots. They're supposed to have the advantage in special teams. St. Louis does a great job, just a simple middle return, and then it's all Yo Murphy picking his way through. Otis Smith comes over to make a tackle. You cannot give St. Louis great field position.
And the second longest kickoff return for the Rams this year. Jeff Robinson, number 45, is in as a second tight end. 3 wide receivers for Kurt Warner, and his first pass is caught and to the 48-yard line and then dropped. Torrey Holt, the intended receiver. So 2nd and 10 coming up, and let us meet the LA Rams, who have scored 500 points or more 3 straight years. Kurt Warner, the quarterback, 2-time MVP. Orlando Pace, with a sprained ankle, did not practice most of the week. Rod Jones will start at right tackle. And the very exciting and speedy backs, Marshall Faulk and 3 wide receivers. 2nd down and 10. And Warner's pass up the middle, and this time it is caught by Torrey Holt, and a first down, a pickup of 18 yards. So already the Rams are moving inside the 45 of the Patriots.
This is a part of the game that New England has got to find a way to stop. That first meeting earlier this year, they gave up too many plays in the middle of the field in the passing game, and Torrey Holt, on a simple post pattern down into the middle of the field, makes a nice catch going up and getting the ball, holding on after a big hit from free safety to Bucky Jones.
Mike Martz says he just can't stop us. And there is Marshall Faulk with his first carry of the game. And Faulk picking up about 1.5 yards on the play. And the tackle by the middle linebacker, Teddy Bruschi. Here's the base defense by the Patriots. They'll use a lot of personnel. Anthony Pleasant, Richard Seymour, the rookie, Brandon Mitchell, and Bobby Hamilton at the other end. The linebackers, Roman Pfeiffer, who once played for the Rams, Bruschi, who made a tackle, and Mike Vrabel on the outside. Otis Smith and Ty Long are the cornerbacks to Bucky Jones, and Lawyer Malloy are the safeties. It's a physical secondary, and they don't have as much speed as many teams. 2nd down and 8. Oz Hakeem going in motion to the top of your picture. Short drop for Kurt Warner, and he is flushed out of the pocket and chased. And now just looking for any kind of help. And finally the pass intended for Torrey Holt, and we have a penalty flag down, our first of the game. Willie McGinnis putting the pressure on Kurt Warner, but there is a flag down. And it'll go against the Rams.
Well, this is one of the things that everybody says you have to do to stop this offense, is disrupt their timing. And they got some good pressure on Kurt Warner right there. Forced him to scramble.
Pass interference, number 84 offense. 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Ernie Conwell, the tight end, called for pass interference, and now the Rams will go back into their own territory.
Well, it was a great job of coverage by the Patriots. Kurt has nowhere to go with the football. You see him moving out to his right. But here's the discipline of this team defense. Nobody leaves their man. They stay with their man and give Kurt nowhere to go with the football.
I'll tell you something, Mike Martz is showing so many different looks already, so many formations. 2nd down and 18, and going deep is Kurt Warner, and he's trying to go to Torrey Holt, but he is well covered downfield. And Holt covered by Ty Law, who is the main defender on the play. To Bucky Jones also there, so the Patriots without much speed, supposedly, in the secondary, keeping up with Holt.
Well, Torrey Holt got behind to Bucky Jones. Ty Law does a great job of getting back into the play. Really close right here. They're running stride for stride. He doesn't get that head around to try and find the ball. Good job by the officials just letting them play football at this early stage in the game.
3rd down and 18. And the ball at the 48-yard line of the Rams. Best 3rd down conversion team, and the flip pass to Marshall Faulk. And Faulk gets to the 40, but will raise shy of the first down, about 8 yards shy. So 4th down coming up. And it was Anthony Pleasant well-traveled. This New England Patriot team with 17 free agents, Darrell, and you know, they picked guys that like to work, unselfish players, and the chemistry really came at the right time.
The other key ingredient that Bill Belichick looks for is guys that love to play the game.
A 58-yard field goal being attempted here by Jeff Wilkins. John Baker's on, excuse me. I thought that was a bit ambitious for Wilkins. So Baker will punt from his own 45-yard line, and Troy Brown is back deep. Brown returning a punt 55 yards for the touchdown against the Steelers. And this kick goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So a terrific kick that time by John Baker. And no return, a 42-yard kick, and that will put Tom Brady and the Patriots offense back in the Midwest. Matt Light, Mike Compton, Damian Woody, Joe Andruzzi, and Greg Robinson Randall done a solid job up front. Antoine Smith, as Nick Pauling mentioned, could be the key for the Patriots today. Troy Brown and David Patton on the wide receivers, starting from the 3-yard line and coming back from an ankle sprain that sidelined him in the second quarter last week is Tom Brady. And Antoine Smith going out in motion, an empty backfield, and the quick pass is caught by Troy Brown, and Brown on the slant brings it out close to the 25-yard line, a gain of 21 yards on the first play, getting the Pats out of danger.
Well, here's their playmaker, Troy Brown, right there. Antoine Smith motions out. The New England Patriots matching the greatest show on turf, opening the backfield out. They get Troy Brown isolated on Don Davis. Wide receiver against linebacker, mismatch to the offense.
So it is a first down for the Patriots, and that's got to do a world of confidence for them. Just shy of the 25, the pitch to Antoine Smith, cutting upfield, and Smith getting close to a first down, short by a yard. And that'll bring up second down and 1. Here's the Rams defensive unit, 8 new starters, vastly improved from a year ago. Grant Wistrom is the key at defensive end. Jeff Skagina and Brian Young up there. Tommy Polley, the rookie, with London Fletcher and Don Davis. And the big addition to the secondary, Aeneas Williams, who had 2 interceptions for touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers. Second and 1 for the Patriots. Opening minutes of Super Bowl 36. And it's a play-action pass, caught, and a first down. Troy Brown again, and gets the first down to pick up a 10. Well, look at the poise from Brady there, and look at the variety that the Patriots are sending out. Charlie Weiss, we thought it was going to be 3, you know, all the way with Antoine Smith. Smith had that good run, but I mean, with an empty backfield to start off with, and Brady looking very confident.
Tom Brady, who is the 3rd youngest quarterback at 24 ever to start a Super Bowl game. First and 10. At the 43-yard line, and on the delay, the handoff is to Antoine Smith, and Smith crosses the 45-yard line, bringing up, and that is a first down, with London Fletcher making the tackle.
So far, some of the areas that a lot of people were concerned about for the Patriots offense, the speed of this St. Louis Rams defense, they are doing a very good job in the pass protection. But as Nick pointed out, getting Antoine Smith on track right now, that is going to be key for them to be able to run the football effectively.
Kevin Falk is in the game right now, and the first time we've seen Brady in the shotgun on 2nd down and 7 with the 4 wide receivers, and the pass caught by Falk on the screen, and Falk is tackled after a loss of 1 yard on the play. It was Dre Bly in on the stop.
And one of the unique things that the New England Patriots do, when they go into their shotgun, they will actually move left guard Mike Compton to center, and Damian Woody, the normal center, will go play his left guard position. Never seen that ever before in the NFL. They've done it all season long.
Well, the Patriots now looking at 3rd and 8. Antoine Smith back in the game, and out of the shotgun, you see that Compton, the left guard, now is snapping with the longer snap. And here is Brady stepping up. He has time and looking to take off.
He's got problems.
And Brady is tripped and goes out of bounds. Dre Bly chases him, so that was good coverage by the Rams. And a pickup of 3, bringing up 4th down.
Well, here's going to be a big thing all afternoon long is the tackles of New England versus the speed rush of St. Louis. Right here, both Matt Light and Greg Robinson-Randall doing a good job of forcing the guys up beyond the pocket, but a good job by the Rams defense not allowing Tom Brady to find an open receiver, but they need to match the speed of those outside rushers.
Ken Walter will kick. The left-footed punter, Dre Bly, is back deep for the Rams. And Bly will let the ball bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and that means that the Rams will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Well, so far, the Patriots can't say they're shell-shocked. No score in the first 8:15 to go. An outdoor stadium was the site before they built Tulane Stadium, the Superdome, and that is where they have played several Super Bowls, including the previous two that the Patriots have been in.
Yeah, very strange that they have made 3 trips to the Super Bowl, and all 3 have been down here in New Orleans. And unfortunately for the New England Patriots, they have not performed well in those Super Bowls, having 4 turnovers in each of those games. That will be the statistic that we will be watching very closely this afternoon.
Here's the shifting going on by the Rams to confuse the defense. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the St. Louis Rams. Short drop and the pass thrown behind but caught by Torrey Holt. So Kurt Warner in his first 5 pass attempts, 4 of them have gone to Torrey Holt. That's good for 9.
Well, this is pretty hard to defend. This is what this game is going to be about. And the first part of the game, they will be looking and finding out what's going on. Right now, Bill Belichick, he's got to find a way. He knows that the big part of Mike Martz's game plan is Torrey Holt. You mentioned, Dick, the fact that all the balls are going his way. He's going to have to adjust now. It's going to be a great chess match between these 2 head coaches.
That's what makes this game exciting. 2nd down and 2. And here is Marshall Faulk trying to get the 2 yards, and he comes very close to it. His forward progress should give him the 1st down. Richard Seymour, who was the #1 draft pick out of the University of Georgia, also in the South for the Patriots, making the tackle. And it is a 1st down for the Rams.
And this will be the biggest challenge for Bill Belichick, trying to slow this guy down. And I don't know if there's any way you can. 4 consecutive years with over 2,000 total yards. He's creating a new style of play for the running back position in the NFL.
And Faulk can beat you with his legs, and he can beat you with his hands and then his legs as a receiver. 1st down and 10. Here is Warner, and the crossing pattern to Isaac Bruce with his first catch of the game, good for 3 yards.
And Ty Law read it very well and made sure that Bruce didn't get open, because if Law had missed that tackle, Bruce was going to pick up some good yards after the catch. And he read him all the way and just hit him hard, which is what the Patriots are going to have to do. They can't give the Rams any extra yardage.
This is a tough physical secondary move.
Really, and that was one of the things that Mike Martz reminded his club against the last time they played, how physical the Patriots are when they play football.
2nd down and 7 on the 33-yard line, and in motion and getting the handoff is Marshall Faulk, and he's upended, and a fine play made by Otis Smith, the veteran cornerback, who prevented the 1st down and limits Faulk to a gain of 3 yards.
And this is the problem that Marshall possesses to defenses. He's out wide. You think he's going to be involved in a passing game. He comes all the way across in motion. They hand him the ball. But watch the job by Otis Smith. Tom Newton's coming out to block him. He does a great job of getting underneath that block and making the tackle on Marshall Faulk. Good job, Otis Smith.
The oldest man on the Patriots roster, showing his value there, the 36-year-old, and yet another formation here from the Rams.
3rd down and 4, and Faulk going into the slot. They have 5 receivers going out, and Warner gets rid of it as he's hit, and it is caught by Isaac Bruce, but a penalty flag is down. It'll be a 1st down if it goes against the New England Patriots. An 11-yard gain, and Warner trying to escape damage. And the Patriots, knowing that Warner has been playing with tender ribs. He has had a rib injury, a thumb injury, and Bernie Kukar will explain the penalty, and it will be defensive holding against the Patriots, and the Rams will get their 1st down and lead.
And this is the frustrating thing for a defense when you play against the Rams.
27 defense. That penalty is declined. The result
and
is
Terrell Buckley, the nickel defensive back, holding, and a 1st down for the Rams.
Your defenders do their job in coverage. They keep everybody from getting the pass. They get pressure on the quarterback, and he's still able to ad-lib and complete the ball for a 1st down.
And a 1st down for the Rams on their 47-yard line, but at least the Patriots showed that they could get inside and put pressure on. Here is Warner with the designed rollout, and Marshall Faulk out of the backfield. First down again, and going out of bounds after a pickup of 17 yards, and that looks simple.
I tell you what, there's so many different players out there, but it's the guy that they go to when they really need something that's getting the ball at the moment. It's Marshall Faulk, as you said, Dick, coming out of the backfield, or here just picking up an easy first down. They just couldn't pick him up. They had Prohl in the slot, but Faulk getting the ball in plenty of space and just stepping out of bounds, not taking the hit there. It took a bit of a ding on the last play. He's not going to take two in a row.
So the Rams moving, first down inside the Patriot 40-yard line. No score. Fake to the left and a middle screen, and that'll go nowhere. And that was Ernie Conwell, the tight end. And a loss of 1 yard on the play. The Patriots read that to a T.
They really did, and that's one of the plays that this St. Louis Ram football team has used very effectively all season long. Ernie Conwell, kind of a guy that gets lost in the shuffle with Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk and all these skill players, but he's been a very valuable player for this offensive football team, and that is one of their favorite plays. Good job by the Patriots seeing that screen and breaking it up.
Second down and 11. Ricky Prohl, one of a host of wide receivers, play action, and Warner going to the air again has time, and this is caught by the fullback, James Hodgins. Hodgins will be short of the first down by about 3.5 yards, gets to the 32-yard line where Ty Law makes the play. So it'll be third down and short coming up for the Rams, who right now are, Nick, in field goal range.
Absolutely, and Hodgins caught a pass for a touchdown when these two teams met in the regular season meeting as well, so there was really no excuse for the Patriots leaving him as wide open as they did. He just flared out from the backfield and there was nobody near him, and Warner just went for the open man.
Ninth play of this drive, 3rd and 3. And Marshall Faulk lining up in the slot to the left as a receiver. Here is Kurt Warner with time, and the pass intended for Prohl is incomplete, and coverage on the play by Terrence Shaw. So 4th down is coming up, and enter Jeff Wilkins, who has been very effective, of course, kicking indoors as he does this year, will come on to try to give the Rams the lead.
But still has to be a mental victory for the New England Patriots. Good field position, the opening drive, no points. They get on a roll again, and right now Kurt Warner seems to be getting into that rhythm, but even if they're able to hold him to a field goal here, still a positive for the New England Patriots.
This will be a 50-yard attempt for Jeff Wilkins with 3:15 to go in the first quarter, trying to give the Rams the lead, and the kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good. Jeff Wilkins giving the Rams the lead, 3-0, and Wilkins, who connected on 23 of 29 field goals during the regular year, 3-0 in favor of St. Louis.
They're doing a good job right now.
Patrick Pass, a yard in the end zone, returning for the Patriots, who trail by 3, and he'll be knocked back before he gets to the 20-yard line by Robert Holcomb. So the Patriots going on offense with just under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the St. Louis game in preseason.
And I had the opportunity to actually play in an American Bowl in Tokyo, but this one going to Osaka, which is really the area where American football has become very popular in Japan. So congratulations to that region.
And Steve Spurrier, a great college football coach at the University of Florida, trying his hand finally in the NFL. First and 10. On the 18-yard line for the Patriots, trailing 3-0. Troy Brown going in motion, and there is Brady up the middle, and the pass is tipped. And it is knocked down. Brian Young, I believe, got his hand on it, and the 2nd and 10 coming up.
One of the big things that's become real prominent throughout the NFL is getting pressure into the quarterback's pocket area. If you can't get there to get pressure or get the sack, stop and get your hands up. You've seen a lot of knockdown footballs in the NFL this season. Good play by Brian Young.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the 19. Antoine Smith. And Smith getting 4 yards. Adam Archuleta, the rookie strong safety, one of the new faces, 8 in all for the Rams defense for Mike Martz. And the team that scores first in the Super Bowl has had a record of 25-10, so chalk one up right now for the Rams.
Well, we knew that stat was going to go up. As soon as you get a score in the Super Bowl, there it is, and it gives you such a boost if you're the team to score first. But Bill Belichick, he won't mind about that kind of stat. He knows his team is very much in this game, but needing a third down conversion here.
They need 6 yards. Kevin Falk is in the game. And Tom Brady, who was picked on the 6th round out of 7 rounds, and the Rams looking to blitz, and here they come, and the pass is thrown incomplete, intended for Falk, and it was Grant Wistrom, the defensive end, who is defending Falk out of the backfield.
Well, that just shows you the athletic ability of Grant Wistrom. He's going to be over here in the corner right here. They're bringing all their pressure up the middle. Now he has to peel off and go into coverage, but he's got to cover a running back. That's a defensive end covering a running back. He does a pretty good job right there. Tom Brady, not a lot of room to try and fit this ball in.
Yeah, nobody blocking Tyoka Jackson there. He just came storming through on blocks, and Brady just got rid of it.
There's 4th down punt by Ken Walter. Dre Bly is back deep, and Bly on the catch, and great coverage downfield by the New England Patriots.
Gerard Cherry.
Yep.
The former
Gerard
Philadelphia
Cherry
Eagle.
making
Wow.
the play. So we'll be right back. The Rams get it back after the 53-yard punt by Walter gets them out of trouble.
And they've actually used it as motivation during the course of the week. The big point spread, the 16.5-point favorites when the game was scheduled. It's an opportunity for them to prove that they belong here, and nobody has given them credit. I think they've done what you mentioned with Wimbledon and Liverpool. They're taking all that emotion and using it as a positive motivating factor for themselves.
Rams with a first down on their 22-yard line, and again they have 5 wide receivers, and Ricky Prohl going in motion. The handoff is to Marshall Falk. And Falk getting 7 yards on the play, and the tackle by Willie McGinnis. Marshall Falk, 2,000 total yards, Nick. Imagine that, 3 years in a row. And right now people are talking of Marshall Falk, maybe one of the greatest, if not the greatest running back of all time.
Well, he's certainly the greatest of the present era, and amazing to think that some people question the Rams when they traded with Indianapolis to get the guy, but they're not questioning that now.
And he has stopped about a yard shy of the first down. Well, the Rams have not been able to run, at least in this first quarter, against the Patriots with Anthony Pleasant, Richard Seymour clogging up the middle, Moose, and Falk gaining 16 yards on 5 carries. That's an average of 3 yards a run.
Well, Bill Belichick, he knows that is the guy that he has to stop. He has to stop Marshall Falk. He is not going to let number 28 beat him this afternoon.
3rd down and 1 from the 31, and they're going to go to Marshall Falk, and Falk charges for the first down and gets it as he crosses the 35-yard line, gets to the 37. Ty Law coming up to make the stop, a pickup of 6.
And that's the thing with Marshall Falk. You can contain him, but eventually he will start breaking one, and he had 1 yard to get there, and you could see it in his eyes he was going to get it. He's not a Barry Sanders in that sense that he can break one for 50 yards any time, but definitely the guy they will look for when they really need something.
110 total first downs, leading the National Football League, and Mike Martz knows that he is the key. Ricky Prohl into the game at wide receiver, first down and 10, and here is Warner getting away, and Warner is dropped for a sack. Bobby Hamilton, and of course you remember Bobby Hamilton from NFL Europe days.
A wild man, an absolute wild man, big Bobby Hamilton from Amsterdam in 1996, tackling a guy that played for Amsterdam in 1998.
A loss of 5 yards, and that is the first sack of the game, and we'll get to see as we come back after the first quarter comes to an end. Bobby Hamilton making a big defensive play for the Patriots. So at the end of the first quarter here at Super Bowl 36, the St. Louis Rams on a Jeff Wilkins field goal lead the New England Patriots 3-0. Favor of the Rams, and Moose, how do you dissect the first quarter stats?
Well, they kind of look the way that everybody thinks. The important thing right here, this is what has to happen for the New England Patriots to really have a good chance to win this football game. They've got to create some turnovers. The total yards, you know, maybe right on schedule, but the turnovers is going to be the thing. New England has got to create some. They can't have them. What they did in that earlier game, they gave the ball back to St. Louis. St. Louis was able to get 17 points off of New England's turnovers.
And Nick, time of possession favoring the Rams, yet they only got 3 out of it.
Yeah, which really is a testament to how well Belichick's defense is holding up. It's interesting to see all the different formations that Marks is putting out there, but the movements and the shifts and the looks that Belichick is giving Kurt Warner and co. It really is. It's already developing into the chess game that we talked about during this week.
Well, now the key now, the Rams have a 2nd down and 15. And the question is, can Bill Belichick and the Patriots keep the Rams at bay? Tight formation for St. Louis. Warner getting time, stepping up and fires, and the pass is incomplete at midfield, intended for Oz Hakeem and well covered by blue jerseys.
That was a great play. I can't see who it was. I don't know if it's Terrence Shaw who's getting up late right there, but somebody came in. There was going to be a completion, and you'll see as he comes in to make the play, he's going to actually break the grip on the reception. Right here, the ball delivered, and it is Terrence Shaw. Look at him come through the backside right there. He knocks the ball loose, and that was a play that really hurt the New England Patriots the first time they played, that deep in route.
That kind of hurt Terrence Shaw as well. They ran into Roman Pfeiffer, his own man.
All right, so slow getting up right now. One of the Patriots, timeout on the field, and it is Terrence Shaw. A lot of physical play. Stars are born, and of course you chronicled a lot of them, Nick, and you saw them in their infancy in the NFL Europe, and we're seeing them today.
Absolutely right. There's the former champions, the Roll of Honor. Dick, I think you need to come over and do some games. I mean, it all started with the Monarchs winning the first World Bowl, and the Barcelona Dragons, the Scottish Claymores, they've won it too. You'd love it, Dick. You need to come over this year.
Well, I'm over there a lot. I have to come over and see a game. I'll bring Luce along too. We'll do a game. 3rd down and 15, and Marshall Faulk splits out as a receiver, and here is Warner, gets time, and the pass is caught, and it's Oz Hakeem with the reception getting inside the 40-yard line in the 1st down. Terrell Buckley making the tackle, so there it is again. Just when you think you have the Rams pinned, they get the big 1st down, 29 yards.
Well, the ability to throw the ball downfield like this on a long route that takes a lot of time are the guys up front. And watch the protection. They've been getting some pressure. They're only rushing 3. They've elected to drop people back in coverage. Kurt Warner does a great job of finding the open receiver. This is a route that they said they were not going to let him beat him with. Look at that. They've got 4 guys in the area, and they still get the ball completed.
So they get the 1st down on 3rd and 15 into Patriot territory, and here is Kurt Warner again with time and going over the middle. Dropping the pass is Ernie Conwell, bringing up 2nd and 10.
And that's the 3rd time that's happened, that Warner has got a ball off to a receiver, but the receiver has not been able to hang on because a Patriot has been there to hit him with perfect timing as the ball has arrived. That time it was big Ernie Conwell, just unable to hang on to the football.
But we know from our partner Troy Aikman, you got to hold on to the ball, right? How many times does he say that?
It's Troy likes to, he makes the point that there's not a ball ever been thrown that a guy shouldn't have caught. The guy's just got to make that catch.
How many did he catch, just out of interest?
Exactly. We got to send him down in the middle of the field and see how he does.
8th play of the drive, 2nd down and 10. And there's Warner. Is this a quarterback draw with Kurt Warner? I don't think so. I don't think they would risk that. He gets a couple of yards, 5 in all. Anthony Pleasant brings him down, bringing up 3rd and long.
Well, if that is a quarterback draw, Mike Martz has definitely opened up the playbook. And we'll take a look at the offensive lineman. You know what? I think it is. I think that's a called quarterback draw. The linemen weren't really dropping back in pass protection. It looks like some design blocks up front. There goes Andy McCullough downfield. That's a quarterback draw. Mike Martz is pulling them all out.
I could see it on the 5-yard line going in for a score, but there, well, Mike Martz says you'll see things you didn't see all year, and we have. 3rd down and 5. And the pass tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Tell you, the Patriots are doing a superb job at the line of scrimmage. They haven't necessarily gotten to Warner every time, but they have been pesky, to say the least.
And you're getting a lot of different looks right here. And you know, now we've got 4 guys down on the line of scrimmage. Last time we saw 3. He's given them so many different looks And Richard Seymour, another big play, makes a deflection on the ball. We've seen that earlier in the football game. Even if they're not getting there to hit Kurt Warner, they're getting their hands up to knock the balls down.
So Jeff Wilkins will try a 52-yard field goal, connected earlier on a 50-yarder, and this kick is up, and this kick is no good as he hooked it off to the left. And the score remains the St. Louis Rams 3 and the New England Patriots nothing. And Mike Martz has to be saying, look, we're early in the second quarter, and we're heavy favorites, and we're only up by 3, and the Patriots show no fear as you see this 52-yarder go wide left. Nonetheless, the Rams doubling the New England Patriots in time of possession, yet it is only 3-0. And let's see what Charlie Weiss has in store now for the Rams defense with the Patriots having good field position.
Well, hopefully he'll be able to open up his playbook a little bit more because of the field position, not able to do a whole lot. This is a very important drive for the Patriots to at least get down there and get a field goal to tie this game up, and obviously, hopefully, to get a touchdown.
Charlie Weiss, offensive coordinator, as the Patriots with their best starting position. First down from the 41, and the pitch to Antoine Smith going right. And Smith getting to the 47-yard line. And a gain of 4 yards. Ryan Pickett, the rookie defensive tackle, as the Rams continue to shuttle in their defensive lineman making the tackle.
Big Greg Robinson-Randall, the tackle, leading the way there for Antoine Smith. 4 carries, 22 yards so far.
Second down and 6 early here in the second quarter. Dick Stockton, Darrell Moose Johnston, and Nick Halling with you. Super Bowl 36. And the handoff is to Smith. Smith doesn't get much off the left side, maybe 2. Jeff Scanina in there to make the tackle and bringing up a third down and about 5.
And that's an area I think the New England Patriots are much better suited to attack this defense with, is between the tackles. The previous play with Greg Robinson-Randall out in front, they're running the ball on the perimeter. This defense is built around speed. You don't want to be running sideline to sideline. Just get up, line up, and pound the ball right out of between your tackles.
Third down, and Tom Brady, who had a 13-3 record as a starting quarterback, operating out of the shotgun. And there are the Rams coming up. They do not blitz. And Brady stepping up, and he's going deep for Brown, and it's knocked away. And David Patton, the intended receiver, and a fine defensive play made by the secondary. And it was Kim Herring, the free safety, who oddly enough, and a flag is down, played in the Super Bowl last year for the Baltimore Ravens. Here's a penalty marker. Bernie Kukar indicates it's holding against the Rams. So, lo and behold, it'll be an automatic first down for the Patriots.
20 defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, it's great to play well, but sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too. And right there, Dre Bly, you cannot have contact 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And this ball floated a little bit on Tom Brady. Kim Herring makes a nice play coming all the way across from the middle of the field, but you cannot make contact with the wide receiver once he's 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
First down for the Patriots in Ram territory at the 47, and good play action. And there is Falk, Kevin Falk, that is the Patriots Falk, and another penalty marker is down. Was the receiver a very good fake that time, but the pass was well off the mark. And let's see what Bernie Kukar has in store for us. This is the first penalty, if it is, against the Patriots.
Holding. 77 offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
The left guard, so the Patriots will get the ball back in their own territory.
And this is an area you do not want to get yourself into, is these penalty situations where you get long. And here's Mike Compton right there. We'll watch this play develop. Once he gets to the outside behind, he's got to let that guy go. Right there at that spot, he had to let the defender go. That's when the official is going to throw the flag.
First down and 20 as a result of the penalty. Back at the 44-yard line of the Patriots. Pitch going to Antoine Smith, and he's going to lose yardage as the Rams, led by Aeneas Williams in the secondary. And Sean Moran coming up. London Fletcher gets into the act, and a loss on the play of 4 yards will bring up second down and 24.
And again, the Patriots trying to run the ball on the perimeter, and this defense is just too fast. Dexter McCleon right there, they actually ran right into a secondary blitz. If they're going to run the ball, they need to run it right at this Ram defense.
Here's Antoine Smith up the middle, and he gets some of the yardage back as he brings it out to the 47-yard line, getting 6 yards before he's stopped by linebacker Don Davis.
And if there's one thing this series has shown us, it's the Patriots can't afford penalties. Not against this defense. They got themselves in a hole with that 1st and 20 and never really looked capable of pulling it around.
Look how much the Rams defense has improved from a year ago dramatically. Best improvement really in points allowed, total yards, and the key, the takeaways. 3rd down and 17. J.R. Redmond is in the game as of that. Troy Brown, number 80, going in motion. Brady out of the shotgun is getting rushed, and Brady fires it and throws the ball away. Good move by him, and the good pass rush by Tioga Jackson, bringing up 4th down, and the Patriots will kick.
Well, that holding penalty really got him in trouble, put him in a 2nd and long position that they were never really able to overcome. And Nick pointed out, they do not have the talent. They have got to play that air-free type of football game. They cannot put themselves in adverse situations throughout the course of this football game this afternoon.
Dre Bly back to receive the left-footed kick from Ken Walter. And Bly at the 12-yard line. And Bly got by one defender and is tackled just shy of the 20-yard line. That was a 41-yard punt that time. So the Rams get the ball back. They committed a holding penalty. The Patriots had a 1st down, couldn't take advantage of it.
That's not what you told us last night, Darrell. You said you were going to go down on the field when you two came out, and the 2 of us could just hang out here and kind of cover for you.
Security has my picture posted on every entrance to the field, and I am going to be denied access.
Well, I hope you viewers around the world are enjoying the Super Bowl, the culmination of the NFL season. The St. Louis Rams, who are heavily favored to win this game. In fact, if they were to lose, it would be the 2nd largest upset in the history of the Super Bowls. And it's 3-0 as the Rams begin from their own 19-yard line. So all they've managed is a field goal thus far. Credit to the Patriots defense. Here's Marshall Faulk, and you see the extra yards to get him 5, Darrell.
This is a part of his game that's really not publicized very much. A lot of people talk about what he poses as a receiver when he spreads out in the offense, the problems to a defense, but he's a great runner. He has great patience, but a guy that's not big in stature, not big like Antoine Smith, but he will finish his runs. Very physical when he carries the ball.
And in looking at the play selection thus far by Mike Martz, it's 2-1, 16 pass plays to 8 running plays. 2nd down, and here is Marshall Faulk, and don't give him room. 1st down for the Rams. Faulk cuts upfield and then steps out of bounds. How elusive is Marshall Faulk with all that power, and he picks up 15.
Well, the big thing is a running back. What you have to realize is the play doesn't start when you get the football. You've got to let your blocks in front of you develop, and this is something that Marshall does a great job. Look at the patience as he comes around the corner. Once he sees where he wants to go, he explodes through the hole. You see that quick little move right there.
So Bucky Jones eventually making the play. Churning.
Yeah, and everybody talked about the feet of Barry Sanders. Marshall Faulk right there. Watch this plant. Boom. Right back inside. Tremendous athletic ability. Great quick feet.
So the Rams up to their 39-yard line, and Torrey Holt goes in motion, and the pressure on Warner, and the pass is intercepted. The pass is intercepted by Ty Law, and Law's going to score. Ty Law running it in for the touchdown, and the big pressure, it was Mike Vrabel who came in on Kurt Warner, and he was hit as he let go of it, and Ty Law with a 47-yard return on an interception. And that is the 6th interception return for a touchdown in Super Bowl history. And the Patriots have taken the lead 6-3.
It all started with the pressure from Mike Vrabel. He affected the throw of Kurt Warner. Ty Law in good position. Once he made that catch, he was right down the sideline. This year in the NFL, the New England Patriots tied with the Miami Dolphins for the most returned touchdowns as a defensive unit. That's their 6th one this season.
And Warner looks a bit shaken now, and there's Adam Vinatieri for the extra point. And Vinatieri's kick is good, and This crowd is stunned. Ty Law returning a Kurt Warner pass, 47 yards for a touchdown, and the huge underdog Patriots lead the St. Louis Rams 7-3. Ty Law with a 47-yard interception return. Here's how it happened to give the Patriots the lead.
And this is a timing-based passing offense. That means the quarterback hits a position and will just turn that ball loose. All the receivers are running precise routes. Mike Vrabel's pressure forced Kurt Warner to take a chance, and Ty Law made him pay.
And the Patriots felt all along that if they could get out of the first quarter and still be in the game, it would work to their advantage because the Rams have been a team that has been a front-running team there.
Absolutely right. And, you know, just before that play, I was just going to say that the bad news for the Patriots was that their defense has been on the field for so much in the first half that they would perhaps start to wear down in the second half. But a play like that changes everything and just completely re-energizes you. And it is a secondary with a lot of guys with big play potential. Otis Smith has 7 career touchdowns. Terrell Buckley 5. They can get you.
There's Adam Vinatieri kicking to Yo Murphy on the return, and Yo Murphy bringing it back shy of the 30-yard line. And the Rams trailing 7-3. Let's take a look at the Rams season. When they have won the game, they had a +10 turnover ratio in their 2 losses. They were -11. And when they lost to the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they had -8 and -6 in the turnovers. So that has always been the key with this team, whether they would win or lose.
Nobody beat the St. Louis Rams this season. They were the team that beat themselves, and that's the thing they have to guard against today. I think when you have the ability that they have offensively, sometimes you take risks. And when you play against a coach like Bill Belichick, he will make you pay for those times that you take risks.
So Kurt Warner back in the saddle at the 28-yard line. Those are his numbers. He's gone over 100 yards. On the 28, the pitch is to Marshall Faulk, and Vrabel coming in, and Vrabel makes another play. Mike Vrabel, who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, coming along, and one of the 17 free agents limits Faulk to a gain of only 2.
One of those guys that the New England Patriots look for in the offseason, guys that love to play the game of football. Mike Vrabel fits their mold. He's done a tremendous job for him down the stretch this year. Was a big player in the previous meeting between these two teams in the regular season, and just came up with 2 very nice plays on back-to-back occasions.
2nd down and 8. And a fumble on the snap, and here is Warner, and he completes the pass to Torrey Holt on the outside, and Holt, and they're going to blow it dead. It looked like everything had stopped, and the players froze, and Warner then went to Torrey Holt, and I did not see a penalty marker down. So I think that the Rams are going to wind up, guys, with a first down.
Yeah, they're moving,
on an 11-yard pickup to the 41-yard line.
Absolutely, they're moving the chains on this one, and this was almost a disaster here. Warner just losing it, but it fell comfortably for him. He was able to pick it up and show great presence of mind and find Holt, but they dodged a bullet there.
And there's Holt on the receiving end, and here is Kurt Warner stepping up, and his pass on the out, and it's caught by Azakim, short of the first down by less than a yard. And Tabucky Jones, the free safety for the Patriots, on the coverage.
That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed watching the St. Louis Rams football team this season. They make a mistake, and they don't go into a shell. They just come right back at you. There's no intimidation. There is no fear from this football team. They made a mistake. It cost us 7 points, but you know what? We're going right back out on the field, and we're going to execute our game plan. We will not change our style of play.
Right now, Kurt Warner has thrown to 6 different receivers, facing 2nd down and 1, just inside Patriot territory. Isaac Bruce in motion. The pitch going to Faulk, and he's going to be stopped. And a big play by Teddy Bruschi, the middle linebacker, who comes in and makes the stop. It'll be a loss on the play, bringing up 3rd and short. But what an aggressive defensive play thus far by New England.
Especially when Bruschi just makes a play after Hodgins gets the block.
Exactly. He just comes down the line, gets underneath James Hodgins. James Hodgins overruns the play. Teddy Bruschi comes back underneath, makes a good open field tackle on Marshall Faulk, holds him short of the first down.
So it's 3rd down and 1. Bruschi comes out. Marshall Faulk, and they're playing press coverage against the receivers, and Faulk goes on top, and the pass knocked away. Let's see if it was intercepted. And no, it was not in control by Lawyer Malloy. Malloy, who intercepted Cordell Stewart of the Steelers to wrap up the victory last week.
And a gamble by Mike Martz right there. He's got 3rd and short. He elects to go for a big play. Lawyer Malloy with an opportunity to make the interception. Can't control it on the sideline. Oh, that would have been another big play for this New England Patriots defense if they could have got that one.
And the pass underthrown. It was intended for Ricky Prohl, so it's 4th down. And a punting situation. John Baker is in to kick it away. And here's the kick by Baker. Troy Brown with the fair catch at the 15-yard line.
Surprised to see Troy Brown signal fair catch right there. He had a lot of room. The guys up in front did a good job of keeping the Rams from getting down in coverage. That's their big play guy. He returned one last week against the Steelers in the championship game. Very surprised to see Troy Brown with the fair catch signal.
Yeah, and I got the feeling that 1 or 2 guys came up to him and said, "Troy, you had some space there. What are you thinking?" He's going, "Yeah, I know." But it's that split-second reaction that you make when you're a punt returner, isn't it?
I will never question the punt returner. I cannot imagine being back there with my hand up.
I can imagine you doing that. Anyway, log on to NFLJapan.com.jp, the official website of the NFL in Japan. You can learn about your favorite players, learn about the strategies of the game. And the strategy for the Patriots here is to hand off to Antoine Smith. And on the running play, getting 12 yards for a 1st down. And there is no question that the New England Patriots have stolen the momentum away from the Rams here with just under 6 minutes to go in the 1st half.
And they're winning the physical battles right now. And Mark Edwards, a great block right there. He's going to be your guy coming in motion right here. Follow him through the course of the play. Watch as he comes around the corner, looking inside. A great block on Tommy Polley right there. London Fletcher gets caught up in all the wide.
He's doing a lot of good things out there at the moment, Mark Edwards. A real unsung job he's doing in the trenches.
1st and 10. That was the best running play of the day for the Patriots. Play action this time, and out of the backfield is Mark Edwards. And Edwards is wrestled down by Tommy Polley, the rookie linebacker. And the Patriots get 5 yards. They're leading 7-3. Jeff Wilkins' 50-yard field goal, giving the Rams the lead in the 1st quarter. And then Ty Law intercepting a Kurt Warner pass, going 47 yards down the sideline to give New England a stunning 7-3 advantage. Troy Brown lining up to the left. Here's Antoine Smith with Edwards blocking and trying to get enough for the 1st down with the 2nd effort, and it looks like he may be a bit shy by the initial spot. It was Tommy Polley once again.
Well, the New England Patriots are trying to hide what they're doing on this play. You can see all the guys here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the fullback will follow them. They're just challenging the St. Louis Rams to match them in a physical style of play right now, and they have begun to dictate the tempo to the St. Louis Rams defense.
3rd down and 1. And here is Edwards, the up back. And Edwards may have enough for the 1st down. And it is. The Patriots with a 1st down, 4 minutes to go. Who would have thought that the Rams would have the ball control in this game by a wide margin, and yet the Patriots would be in the lead at this stage.
And they're starting to get their running game going. And we just saw on that sweep round to the right side, I don't know if you saw it, London Fletcher was faced by the block from Mark Edwards. He wanted nothing to do with it. He just fell down. Belichick's got something going there on that right side.
Patriots on the 37-yard line. 1st down, 3.5 minutes to go. Each team has all 3 timeouts left. Again, they go to Edwards, the fullback, and he gets a couple, bringing up 2nd down and long. 3-yard pickup by Edwards, so they went back to the fullback, and how many times did they do that with you with Dallas?
Not very often, and I'm going to be a little bit biased when you get a chance as a fullback to get out there and be a big part of the offense. And Nick has mentioned the versatility that he's shown today, blocking in the running game, catching a few passes in the flat, and on that one right there, a quick little inside trap.
And doesn't it just sum up this team ethos? It's Edwards now that's getting a chance to shine.
4 runs and 1 pass, so they're keeping it on the ground, and they continue to do so. Here is Antoine Smith, and he's going to lose yardage. And it was Jeff Scanina who came in and forced Antoine Smith to give ground, and a loss of 1. As the clock continues to run, we'll have the 2-minute warning coming up shortly. Again, each team has 3 timeouts remaining. The Rams trailing 7-3. The fewest points that they have scored in the first half this year has been 9. That happened twice. Once against the Giants and once against the Bucks. They beat the Giants by 1 and lost to Tampa Bay. 3rd down and 8. And a timeout called by the Rams. So they call a timeout with 2:13 to go in the first half. It's their first timeout.
This game has to be unfolding exactly the way the Patriots hope to. You know, they have been but not broken in that first quarter. They kind of took the big punch of the St. Louis Rams, didn't give up any points, and now they found themselves in the lead with just a few more seconds to go before the 2-minute warning.
Chance to log on to NFLEurope.com for the latest news, stats, and features on your favorite players and teams. www.NFLEurope.com. And Nick, here was Kurt Warner when he was back playing in NFL Europe.
Back in 1998, I remembered it well. Everybody that saw him thought, yeah, nice guy, good attitude, can throw a ball as well. But nobody, absolutely nobody, knew that he could come out and achieve what he's achieved here. And there's a whole bunch of Rams with NFL Europe experience, including 3 starters on the offense. Warner, McCollum, and Newton in front of him as well. Joe Murphy, the kick returner, as we've seen as well. Jamie Martin, Justin Watson.
3rd down and 8. So the Patriots almost 2-to-1 ratio in running plays to passing plays. Here's Brady, and Brady goes down for the first time. And Leonard Little, who led the Rams in quarterback sacks, getting Brady down, a 7-yard loss. And 4th down coming up, and Ken Walter will come on to punt.
You see right there all the pressure coming right up the middle. A little bit of a twist on the outside. Leonard Little and Tioga Jackson coming in, meeting Tom Brady's lap. But Lovie Smith, the defensive coordinator of the St. Louis Rams football team, challenges these guys. They all have to be quick. He wants them all around the football. Right there you saw 3 or 4 of them meeting back at Tom Brady.
Quite a nifty salute by Tioga Jackson. Very well schooled. 2-minute warning here. 2-minute warning in the first half with the Patriots leading the Rams 7-3.
Miami Dolphins, or the last time they were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he threw an interception return for a touchdown against the Pats in regular season. Still finished it up with over 400 yards. But Kurt Warner does not look to have the poise and composure we saw during the regular season.
Plenty of time to go, however, and Ken Walter will punt it away. And Dre Bly back to receive it. And calls for the fair catch at the 15-yard line. Dick Stockton, along with Darrell Moose Johnston, former Dallas Cowboy fullback, who was a member of 3 Super Bowl championship teams, along with that star-studded team with Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. Nick Halling from Great Britain, who has been our NFL expert and a Super Bowl veteran for many years with us today.
I didn't play on any Super Bowl teams, though, Dick, unfortunately.
Well, I didn't either, Nick, but we flanked as a champion. If you look at the St. Louis Rams, you want to talk about what they do in the 2-minute drill. 11 scores in the final 2 minutes of the first half, 7 of them touchdowns. Let's see how they do against the Patriots defense, and the Patriots will call a timeout, their first of this first half. Well, we've looked at the NFL players who have played in Europe, NFL Europe players on the Rams. What about the Patriots, Nick?
Well, also, you look at the names, Joe Andruzzi and Bobby Hamilton, maybe not household names, but starters on this football team. And Adam Vinatieri, maybe the most valuable player. I mean, that tremendous kick against Oakland in regulation to send the game into overtime and then wins the football game. Riddick Parker, one of those guys in their defensive line rotation, and one of the Heward brothers playing quarterback.
Riddick Parker's an interesting guy. He played in Ryan in 1996, did nothing, like 11 tackles on the year, but he came back to the NFL, the better for that experience, and has carved out a pretty good career for himself in the NFL.
There's Bobby Hamilton, who we've talked about, and Heward. First starting field position of this game for the Rams. Inside the 15, inside handoff to Azakim. And the first so-called unorthodox play run offensively other than the quarterback draw gets them 5 yards Out to the 19, Antoine Harris making the tackle. Clock is running. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining, and movement in the line, and a penalty flag is thrown. The hurry up being run now by the Rams. And here's Bernie Kukar. He is the referee. Well, we haven't any coach wanted a challenge so far. When that happens, we'll have to go into our explanatory mode.
We have a neutral zone infraction, 50 defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
If you are lined up on the defensive side within that area, it is an offsides without you having to move over.
You can move in and get back onto your side of the football before the ball is snapped, but right there, Mike Vrabel came all the way across, trying to entice Orlando Pace to move.
As a result, a first down, 5-yard penalty, and here is Kurt Warner, slings it to Ricky Kroll, and Kroll fumbles the ball, and it is picked up by Terrell Buckley. Buckley running it back for the Patriots, weaving his way and gets to the 40-yard line, and there is another penalty flag thrown. Now the question will be, did Kroll have possession before he fumbled? And we'll see whether Mike Martz wants to challenge it. In any event, the Patriots will get the ball back as their offensive unit coming on.
There is no fall in the play. There was not a block in the back. No fall.
So they're picking up the flag, getting it right, no penalty.
Ricky Kroll, number 87 right there. He's just going to run a little post route. He pushes Terrell Buckley to the outside, comes back in. He definitely has possession. That is a fumble. Antoine Harris comes up with a big play. A big play followed up last week. He had a touchdown in the championship game when he and Troy Brown worked the lateral on the blocked field goal. He comes into the Super Bowl again today, makes another big play. That is what this team is all about.
And going back to what you said earlier on, Darryl, the only team that can beat the Rams is the Rams. That's 2 turnovers, and this one's really costly.
Well, that was caused by Antoine Harris. They didn't beat themselves on that one. Here it's Brady with the quick toss to Troy Brown on the wide receiver screen, and Brown still on his feet, gets inside the 25-yard line for a first down. And right now the St. Louis Rams have to be wheeling. A 16-yard pickup for Bill Belichick's underdogs, and a first down inside the 25.
And this is the big thing about turnovers. It's not necessarily that you create it, but what you do when you have it. And right now, the St. Louis Rams defense, they have to realize that this game is beginning to slip away from them. They have to get up and make a stand, hold this team to a field goal. Right there, Troy Brown. I mean, there's a lot of guys there, but New England seems to be playing a little bit harder than the Rams right now.
And I'd love to see a time of possession graphic right now, because it was all in favor of St. Louis earlier on, but this defense of the Rams has been on the field an awful long time in this second quarter.
And that is the second timeout called by the New England Patriots. And now they're lining up. They have 1 remaining. First down, J.R. Redmond. There's the time of possession. Asking, you shall receive, Mr. Halling. And you got that answer. And now the Rams call a timeout. Well, this is a chess game between coaches and timeout, Darryl.
Trying to freeze each other. Usually only see this when somebody's lining up for a game-winning field goal, but I think what they're doing is seeing what kind of personnel they're coming out with. I think Mike Martz knows how crucial this situation is right now, and he's got an opportunity to hold this team to a field goal. He's going to take every advantage he can. Bill Belichick on the other side right there. Boy, what a great job of executing his game plan right now. You see right there, and that's -8 turnover ratio. Their 2 previous Super Bowl appearances, +2 today. That is going to be the key today for the Pats.
And, you know, you get the feeling that turnovers really decide games. And when we mean turnovers, losing fumbles, interceptions, where the other team gets it back. The Patriots and Bill Belichick has done a marvelous job. He has short-circuited this Rams offense. Make no mistake. First down on the 25-yard line. And here is Brady, and his pass is caught by the big tight end, Jermaine Wiggins. And a 8-yard gain, and the Rams definitely in field goal range, but they're looking for 6. And they line up in a hurry. Second down and 2 with under a minute remaining. Patriots have 1 timeout remaining in this first half. Out of the shotgun, Brady getting time, and his pass, and Patton was the intended receiver, and covered downfield by Dexter McLeon. So it'll be third down and 2.
David Patton, the guy that they seem to look for in the red zone being the area inside the 20-yard line. when offenses have the ability to score. He had the big touchdown last week in the AFC Championship game. Again, he's on the outside, just running a little fade route, which is just a straight route down the field. The ball thrown a little bit behind him.
3rd down and 2. In motion, Charles Johnson, and they flip to Kevin Falk. Falk looking for room. He'll get the first down and knocked out of bounds. Kevin Falk on the pitch, so on the shotgun, instead of the inside handoff, it's the short pitch, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots inside the 10.
Well, there's big number 76, Grant Williams, in the football game. Boy, he does a great job getting the corner on Aeneas Williams, allowing Kevin Falk to get around the corner. There you see him. He gets 2 guys, not only Aeneas Williams, but he gets a shot on Dre Bly also. Good job, Grant Williams.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line for the Patriots with 36 seconds to go in a shocking first half of Super Bowl 36. And a timeout called before the play clock ran down, so they avoided the 5-yard delay of game penalty, but in the process, the Patriots have used up their 3rd and final timeout.
And what that will do, that will prevent them from being able to throw the ball into the middle of the field if this clock continues to work its way down. They won't be able to stop it. They'll have to come up and ground that clock.
So the Patriots out of timeouts, and let's look at the Rams' problems. And it all began with the missed field goal, and then things got worse.
Well, just missed opportunities, but then again, we've talked about this today. The Rams, sometimes they get a little too aggressive and they do some things, and we'll see on the interception by Kurt Warner, it's a timing-based offense, but, he gets a little aggressive with it and comes out and throws the ball, and it's intercepted by Ty Law. Now they find themselves really reeling right now as the Patriots move inside the 10-yard line.
Here's Brady looking to throw, punt fake, and his toss, and it is caught. Touchdown, David Patton. Reminiscent of the touchdown catch he caught against the Steelers in the same corner of the end zone, beating Dexter McCleon for an 8-yard touchdown score. And the New England Patriots are riding a wave of confidence. They're calling and have stunned this crowd.
And the thing is, Tom Brady's confidence, it's in such sharp contrast to what we're seeing from Kurt Warner, who's looked tentative in that first half. Brady's touch on that pass was perfection.
David Patton with the touchdown catch. And a whistle. 31 seconds remaining in this first half. Patriots taking over on the Ram 40-yard line with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and Mike Martz, his team's lowest point total in a half this year, in a first half, 9 points, right now with 3, and this New England Patriot team.
Field of a touchdown.
And they're going to review it to see whether both feet were in bounds. Explain this.
Well, inside 2 minutes, the replay officials have the ability to go back and review a play. A coach doesn't have to initiate the challenge. What they're going to look at right here is whether David Patton had possession of the ball and was he in bounds. And from that angle right there, I say he has possession. He gets both his feet in. I don't think there's any question, but just to be sure, the replay officials will go back and take a look. We'll see right here as everything opens up. He's got that ball tucked away. Both the feet are down. He never loses possession. That is a touchdown.
Now remember, a coach cannot challenge in the last 2 minutes. It has to be from upstairs. So before the 2 minutes of each half, each team has 2 challenges per game. Now inside 2 minutes of each half, at an overtime, the replay official initiates all reviews. They have to make it within 90 seconds. The referee will look at all of the replays, will go off to the side and look into a box, and they will show them the play.
And they will only overturn it if it is incontrovertible evidence on the field that the call was wrong. So it's a touchdown until something comes up that conclusively proves that it was the wrong call. And as Darrell said, they didn't look much wrong with that.
After reviewing the play, it is a touchdown.
And just as we figured up here, both feet were down, possession was made, and it was a touchdown, but I have to say, it was smart to challenge it, don't you think?
It was inside the final 2 minutes, so they just sent it upstairs.
Right.
You can just see why they did it as well, because that hand was close, but both feet came down before any part of his body went out, and no question about it. That was one of the quickest reviews we've seen this season.
And it was smart of the replay official.
Absolutely. You don't want to play in the Super Bowl that's controversial to come back and cost the team a victory.
Adam Vinatieri heading the extra point. David Patton, who played in the minor leagues of football and was with the Cleveland Browns, and before that the Giants, catching the touchdown pass. He's the speediest of all the wide receivers on New England.
And this is a little double move. It is an out and up, and it's a well-executed play by Tom Brady and David Patton, thrown to a position on the field where only he can make the catch. And here's their franchise quarterback, Drew Bledsoe, who you know would love to be out on that football. I tell you what, the way he has handled everything this year doesn't get enough credit. And there's the head coach. He's watching his plan unfold to perfection right now.
Not an emotional guy is Bill Belichick, really. He's the low-key kind of guy. And look at the look on the face. But take a look at this story. The largest deficit overcome to win 10 points in the Super Bowl by the Washington Redskins against Denver in Super Bowl 23. And the largest deficit the Rams have had to make up this year, right now, 11 points.
And that deficit was overcome in the second quarter as well. Mike Martz has got one half of football to turn this thing around. 14 points off turnovers. And the offense really struggling. And the defense spent a lot of that second quarter struggling to contain Tom Brady and Antoine Smith.
Well, there is Marshall Faulk, who is back to return the kickoff now for the Rams. Something that he hasn't done all season long. So you know that the Rams want to be in position, even with 31 seconds left, to get at least 3 points. But the story of this game right now has been the terrific defense of the Patriots, who have capitalized on 2 turnovers by the Rams to the tune of 14 points. Adam Vinatieri kicking off to Marshall Faulk and kicking it away from him. And Faulk cannot stay in bounds. What a great job by Vinatieri. And now if it goes out of bounds, they get it to 40-yard line, but Faulk wanted to make the reception.
He executed that, Adam Vinatieri, to perfection. If that had gone out, yeah, as you say, that had it at the 40-yard line. And Faulk desperately trying to get a return, but he fielded the ball and just could not turn the corner.
Bad decision.
Bad decision. The big thing, there was only Marshall Faulk back there. A lot of teams will put 2 safeties back to return the kick. So if they do directionally kick to one side or the other, the near return man can get it. But Marshall Faulk, expecting the ball to come to the right side of the field, had to run all the way to the left side to try and make that catch.
Adam Vinatieri, and that's his experience in NFL Europe. 9 for 10 field goals back in 1996. And an outstanding punter as well. But now the Rams starting from the 5-yard line, and they won't do anything. Mike Martz has a lot to talk over with his team. They are held to their lowest first half total all year. 3 points. They have an 11-point deficit, and that's the largest they've had to face all year. So as time runs down, the shocking story in Super Bowl 36 that the New England Patriots, the Cinderella team, few people gave any kind of a chance to, leading the prolific scoring St. Louis Rams 14-3.
At half is 27-7 for the halftime.
You're not moving anywhere before you found a friend to take you out of this place. Someone you could lend a hand in return for grace. So beautiful.
Super Bowl 21, 1986, we beat the Denver Broncos, John Elway. They were 9.5-point favorites. We beat those guys. And this right here is Super Bowl 25.
Who'd you beat them, man?
The Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Bills.
You got lucky against our guys.
Oh, we got lucky.
Okay, yeah,
Norwood, wide right, you know. But I ain't mad at you, though. You still my buddy, though. I still love you. I still love you. Okay. I love you so much, I want you to take us through some of these plays in the first half. It'll be my honor. Kickoff, back to our analysis.
About a yard in the end zone returning. And pass gets by one defender, two defenders, and gets corralled finally by Robert Holcomb, but not a good job of tackling by the Rams special teams, and a return of 35 yards.
And they have an opportunity to make a tackle inside the 20-yard line to force New England into some poor field position to open this half. Patrick Pass just runs through the tackle and picks his way down the sideline.
And that's been a weakness of theirs all season long, Darrell. Their coverage units have not been good.
So Brady, who has completed 7 of 11, as we saw, with one touchdown pass, beginning this first possession of the second half on the 32, Antoine Smith cutting upfield, and a good game by Smith. Jeff Skavina makes the tackle from behind after a gain of 9 yards for Smith, who gained 41 yards on 10 carries in the first half.
Well, now they've got the luxury of playing with the lead, and that 11-point lead will enable them to do some different things offensively. One of those things they will try to do is establish the running game. Antoine Smith, a big back, but he's got some quick feet, and he can make some cutback runs right there, cutting back for a nice 8-yard gain.
Second and a long one, and two tight ends with Rutledge and Jermaine Wiggins for the Patriots. And here is Antoine Smith cutting up the middle, first down and more, and Antoine Smith with a big gainer into Ram territory, picking up 12 yards to the 47, and the tackles made by Aeneas Williams and Dexter McCleon on the secondary.
Well, he showed some nice patience, and he makes a great cut right as he gets to the linebacker level. Right there, that little juke back inside, he freezes the linebacker, and a lot of people think he's a big power runner, but you've got to be aware of his ability to change direction. You'll see right there, inside they're averaging almost 5 yards, outside a little over 5 yards. That is surprising to me. I thought they'd be more effective inside the tackles.
First down, Patriots, 62 yards gained by Smith, but Brady is going to take a shot right here, and the pass overthrown intended for David Patton. So he was going for it all the way to try to get the Patriots another touchdown.
And doesn't that show the confidence of the Patriots? Yeah, Brady overthrew his man, but two powerful runs from Smith, then going for the home run. And Patton just trying to get by his man, Dre Bly. Bly is beaten on the play as well, but Brady couldn't find him. But I'll tell you what, Darrell, the alarm bells must be ringing for Mike Martz here. This has not been an impressive start for his defense at the start of the second half.
Tommy Polley knocking down Brady after the play, second down and 10. And here is Redmond, J.R. Redmond, and he is knocked back for a loss. Redmond's first carry of the game, Grant Wistrom. We haven't mentioned his name, and he's been the top defensive lineman, a loss of 3.
Yeah, and he just beats the down block right there of Jermaine Wiggins and gets up the field right away and gets J.R. Redmond down around the legs. And you want to stop a running play, just get some penetration. And Grant Wistrom was up the field as fast as anybody this afternoon. He was 3-4 yards in the backfield before J.R. got the ball.
Third down and 13. Redmond remains standing right next to Tom Brady. And out of the shotgun, the quick toss to Troy Brown. And Brown will not get the necessary yardage and is stopped at the 44-yard line after a 7-yard pickup. And Aeneas Williams, the cornerback, will help from Don Davis, the linebacker. So it's fourth down, and Ken Walter will come in to kick.
And there's a name we've not heard from much today, Aeneas Williams, and the reason for that is Troy Brown has not tested him. The veteran former Cardinals had such a stellar postseason, and clearly they've decided not to bother testing Williams.
So Walter, 2 of his 4 punts have been inside the 20-yard line. Dre Bly is back to return, and that's what Walter wants. Inside the 20, he'll get his wish. The Bearcats called for by Dre Bly. And the Rams will take over, but they're going to try to get their offense unleashed as Mike Martz with final words. for Kurt Warner in a 14-3 Patriots stunner. The Louisiana Superdome, the Rams have had 3 second-half comebacks this year, but not near the 11-point deficit they face now.
No, but the good news most recently last week against Philadelphia in the championship game, and the key to that was coming out and getting Marshall Faulk established on the ground game. But the problem that they face is Bill Belichick will give them so many different looks. They're going to see stuff this second half that they didn't see the first half. So Mike Martz in the locker room trying to sort through all the photographs of the different defenses that they faced during the first half. It's going to see some things that weren't on those pictures. So this will be a challenge. This is not going to be an easy situation trying to come back.
You see from that graphic, the last time they faced a deficit this large, they lost the game as well. It's not a good sign.
Rams on the 16-yard line, play action pass, and there is a flag down, and the pass caught by Torrey Holt, and Holt goes down. It'll be a first down if it goes against New England, an 18-yard pickup, and it'll go against the Rams. So the Rams starting on the 16-yard line will nullify the first down
84
pass.
offense. Half the distance from the goal, still first down.
There was holding called. It looks like Ernie Conwell was the guilty party there out at the tight end position. And as you pointed out, Dick, an opportunity to get some positive momentum on their first opening drive of the second half. They make a big play into the middle of the field on the passing game, but it gets brought back by the penalty.
First down and 18. Azakim and Conwell now lines up in the backfield as split backs, and Isaac Bruce goes in motion. And there is Warner into his own end zone, and Warner's pass, and it's caught by Azakim, and he gets away from Buckley, and finally Tebucky Jones brings it down, and the Rams, after all is said and done, will get the first down, picking up 20 yards.
Well, Azakim has been their big play receiver so far this football game. They move the pocket to the right side, but Kurt Warner throws all the way back across the field. Look at the stop and go right there by Azakim. That's what created that separation.
3 catches for 58 yards for Azakim.
And what you saw on this play was something we didn't see much in the first half. Yards after the catch for Hakeem. A couple of guys missed tackles.
Good point, Nick. Another play action pass, first down, and Warner drills it down the middle, and this pass intended for Isaac Bruce, and he makes the catch. Bruce in midfield, and that's a 22-yard gain. So for the first time, we have seen the Ram passing offense in sync, 20 now 22 yards.
Well, there's something vulnerable in the middle of the field against this defense right now. The first play that was called back was a route completed across the middle of the field. This one again, Isaac Bruce coming right across the middle of the field. But the key to that play, the amount of time that Kurt Warner has to throw the ball. Ty Law is right there the whole time, stumbles as Isaac makes the break.
Well, the Patriots are going to have to get in and punish Kurt Warner some more. There's the passing yardage in the game. First down in midfield, and there's Warner with the quick release, and the pass thrown behind Torrey Holt, claiming he was held, and a flag is down. Otis Smith, and as Nick Halling mentioned, 36 years old, the oldest member of the Patriots. Not only that, the oldest starting cornerback in a position that needs speed
45 defense,
in the NFL.
That's the first down.
Guilty of holding an automatic first down for the Rams.
Well, it'd be interesting to see this right here. This is a timing pass that St. Louis executes very well. It's called a stop fade. Torrey Holt will be going up the field. He will stop and come back to the ball. Yeah, Otis Smith coming through the back of Torrey Holt, and that is a good call by the officials.
And a first down on the 41-yard line. Here is Warner, and Warner is hit and knocked down, and the Richard Seymour getting to him. That is the second sack of the game, first by Seymour, and a loss on the play of 7 yards.
Richard Seymour, a guy who was hurt earlier in the season when these two teams played, has gotten healthy, has been playing very well through the playoffs.
They call him a big puppy, don't they? They took him out of the starting lineup against Oakland because he was late for a practice. They just sent him a message. Hey, rookie, you got a job to do. And he's done an excellent job for them this season.
And the Rams calling a timeout early here in this third quarter, trying to move the ball and facing second down and long with the Patriots in front, 14-3. Of us, Nick Halling and you and
yeah, but I wouldn't play.
Well, and Moose would be the blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you play flag football, you don't want to be the designated blocker. And and that's what Dick was trying to do, and wouldn't let Nick play quarterback. So we had a lot of problems with our front office and our flag team.
Well, right now the Rams are having a lot of problems penetrating the New England defense in the goal line. 2nd and 17 after the timeout. Kurt Warner is going deep for Torrey Holt, and the play is ruled out of bounds. Torrey Holt out of bounds. No catch as Kurt Warner trying to go deep.
One of the things you want to do as a wide receiver is allow your quarterback the ability to move you towards the sideline on that pass right there. Not enough cushion between the receiver and the sideline. And you see right there, he could not make the adjustment and get his feet in bounds. Torrey Holt backing up. Not enough room to get those feet down.
It'll be 3rd down and 17 for the Rams. On the 48-yard line of the Patriots, here comes the blitz. It is picked up. The first one, and the ball's knocked away, and it's ruled incomplete. An incomplete pass. And it was Roman Pfeiffer who came in and knocked the ball away. And Bernie Foucault quickly signaling an incomplete pass. Roman Pfeiffer, who played for the LA Rams and the St. Louis Rams.
Malloy is going to be coming from the top of your screen, and then Roman Pfeiffer comes on a delayed blitz in behind him. He lets Marshall Faulk engage Lawyer Malloy. You'll see him come into the screen right now with a hit on Kurt Warner right as he releases the ball.
Pfeiffer, who came from the New York Jets, but trying to get a Super Bowl victory. Here's John Baker with the punt. Baker will punt from inside his 40-yard line, and the whistle.
Every time they got pressure on Warner, you see another slack on the rank. Every time we see pressure on Warner, it's coming from the left side. They've made a change to the offensive line. The right tackle, now, is Ryan Tucker, who's replaced Rod Jones for whatever reason. That's 3 times on that drive that the pressure came from the left side of the Patriots defense.
5-yard penalty for delay of game. Could not be much of a factor as Baker will kick from the 32-yard line. Troy Brown, you saw how valuable he has been as a weapon, as a return man. On the 16-yard line, the return, and he'll be knocked back, does not get to the 20-yard line. Well, the Rams still on the short end by 11 points with 9:31 remaining. Rams 14-3. Log on to SuperBowl.com for your chance to vote for tonight's most valuable player of Super Bowl 36. Pick one player from either team, and your vote will count in the selection of the game's MVP. Well, Bill Belichick trying to stymie that man, Kurt Warner, and Marshall Faulk. So far, gets an A on his report card.
Absolutely. He's done a tremendous job. They have never been able to establish any type of rhythm during the course of the game today offensively, and that's due to that gentleman right there. He is considered one of the foremost defensive gurus in the NFL, and we'll see what happens the rest of the game as he continues this mental game with Mike Martz, the offensive guru for the St. Louis Rams.
A lot of gurus out there, well-deserved. 19-yard line, Tom Brady, who has thrown 1 touchdown pass, no interceptions, as Antoine Smith, he gets the call, and Smith breaking through the line, getting the first down, and finally brought down by Leonard Little, a gain of 17 yards, and in the second half, the Patriots think are running the ball.
Absolutely right, and Antoine Smith did something that was very important there. He showed a bit of patience. He waited for that hole to develop, and then he just accelerated right through it. And this ball control offense, if they can keep it going here in New England in the second half, it's going to put intense pressure on the Rams.
Former Buffalo Bill, one of those 17 free agents, now with the Patriots. 2 tight ends on 1st and 10. And the pitch going to Smith, and on the end around, Troy Brown breaking a tackle. Troy Brown with a first down into Ram territory. Check it, David Patton. It's David Patton on the play. The man with the speed on the end around, and a gain of 22 yards, and a first down into Ram territory, and the tackle ultimately made by Tommy Polley.
Well, the opening drive, we saw Tom Brady try to go deep to David Patton. This time they used him in a rushing capacity on a reverse, and it seems like Troy Brown has gotten lost in the shuffle, using him more as a decoy. David Patton, nifty feet around the sideline to get some additional yardage downfield.
39 yards and 2 plays for the Patriots. They have outrushed the Rams handily, and Antoine Smith adding to that total on first down, picking up 5.
And those 2- and 3-yard gains we saw on the ground in the first half are now becoming 4-, 5-, and 6-yard gains as this big offensive line starts to wear down that relatively light offensive front seven of the Rams.
And that has to be a major concern, because if they're able to establish the running game as Antoine Smith nears 100 yards, that will keep that St. Louis offense off the field.
You saw the average there, Dick. It's now up to 6. It was 4.1 at the half. They really are pouring it on.
And you know they're going to stick to that game. Here's Antoine Smith. And they may not gain every ground, but they're going to use the clock in the process. No gain on the play. Chidi Ahanatu making the tackle with 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. 43 of Antoine Smith's 84 yards in the second half.
This is something you wouldn't have expected to see today as we take a look at the production of both of these backs. Antoine Smith actually gaining the advantage over Marshall Faulk.
Third down and 5. Five receivers, an empty backfield for Brady, and the pass knocked down, and Dre Bly breaking up that pass intended for David Patton. And that will bring up fourth down. And Ken Walter will come onto the field.
Interesting decision here by Bill Belichick. He's got about a 53-yard field goal. And Vinatieri, one of the best in the NFL. He is definitely capable of hitting from that distance, but he's going to elect to punt to try and maintain field position in this football game.
So playing it with the lead, with an 11-point lead, and the fair catch, and the ball goes into the end zone. Not what Walters wanted, but I think it was a smart decision, Moose, because you miss a field goal, good field position for the Rams. You're leading by 11. Let them go the distance. Get the ball moving, and they only have 3 points in the game.
Well, you know, I was impressed to see them come out last week and use Marshall on the ground against Philadelphia, but obviously today they haven't had a lot of success running the football. But as you see by the stats right there, they have been able to get some pressure on Kurt Warner and disrupt him in the passing game. And it seems like every time they're on the verge of creating some continuity or building some momentum, they do something that self-destructs their drive. The last time it was penalties. We'll see if they can get this thing on track here on this drive.
Ricky Prohl in the game at wide receiver, starting from the 20-yard line. And James Hodgins going in motion, and the handoff is to Marshall Faulk, breaking a couple of tackles, getting the first down. Anthony Pleasant making the tackle, but not before Faulk picks up 12.
And right there, they had a situation with Marshall Faulk, the only back in the backfield. Teddy Bruschi was the only linebacker playing at linebacker level. That was almost a huge gain right there because they got a nice block down inside on Teddy Bruschi.
What's an amazing story is that the Rams' deepest penetration has been in New England 32.
There you see right there, Ryan Tucker coming down with a big block on Teddy Bruschi.
And the Rams calling a timeout. Imagine the Rams' deepest penetration is the Patriots' 32-yard line. Who would have thunk it? Second timeout called by the Rams. That's 2 on them. Rams trying to get something going. Amazingly, they have not scored a touchdown. You want to talk about back-to-back MVPs. It's been rare. St. Louis, the first team to have 3 straight MVPs. The Packers, the Colts, and the Redskins before that. First down at the 32, and the handoff to Marshall Faulk, who changes direction and gets good yardage. Lawyer Malloy brings him down after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, that was like a little misdirection on a toss sweep. They toss the ball, but it comes right back. Everybody thinks this play is going to head right. Watch how Kurt pivots and tosses, but here comes Marshall with James Hodgins out in front blocking for him. A nice little change-up in the running game there.
Seeing a lot of Faulk on the ground here now, aren't we, on this drive? I wonder if they're trying to set up the Patriots for a long bomb.
And maybe get Faulk in the game more, too. Good point. And we have a whistle. And a timeout called by the Patriots. Is the fullback James Hodgins, and he rushes up the middle, first down for the Rams. Early here in this fourth quarter, the St. Louis Rams trying to win their second Super Bowl in the last 3 years. And trailing 17-3, and this would be the biggest comeback in the history of the Super Bowl.
This is a critical drive for them, Dick. You really think if they fail to get a touchdown here, you wonder what's going to happen.
This is their deepest penetration, Nick, in New England territory. Here is Warner's pass, and it's caught by Falk on the run, and Marshall Falk getting inside the 10-yard line. Bucky Jones making the tackle, so Marshall Falk with his third catch of the game, getting 23 yards, and the Rams are in business.
Well, they just continue to pressure you, pressure you, pressure you. They've got so many weapons. This time it's Marshall out of the backfield, just a simple little route right there. He gets manned up against Mike Vrabel. That is a mismatch, and that's one of the things that this defense has been able to avoid this afternoon is the mismatches in coverage against Marshall Falk. Right there, Kurt Warner sees an opportunity and takes advantage.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. And here is Warner. Pump fake goes to Robinson, and Jeff Robinson, who is the second tight end, getting 6 yards, bringing up second and goal inside the 5.
The guys up front for New England have got to start getting some pressure on the quarterback. He's had too much time back there. You cannot expect your defensive backs or your linebackers in coverage to stay with these guys that long. So the guys up front, Bobby Hamilton, Brandon Mitchell, Richard Seymour, and Anthony Pleasant, they've got to get some pressure on Kurt Warner, not allow him to stand in the pocket and be able to scan the entire field.
This is the first foray into the red zone for the Rams today, and the 9th play on this drive. And here is Warner trying to bring the Rams back, and he fires, tipped away, and Lawyer Malloy saving the touchdown pass, and very nearly was in position to pick it off.
That's his second opportunity. He had one right near the end of half where he had an opportunity for an interception, and again, Kurt Warner with a lot of time to stand back in the pocket and throw the football. You see the crosses at the line of scrimmage right there. Boy, they're just roughing up Isaac Bruce as he releases off the line of scrimmage. That is legal. Inside 5 yards, you can make contact.
Third and goal on the 3. The 10th play of the drive, nearly 6 minutes in time. Here is Warner with the fade, and it is almost intercepted by Ty Law, intended for Isaac Bruce, and that was not nearly on the mark for the usually accurate Kurt Warner.
Yeah, he forced it. He absolutely forced that play because Law was in a much better position than Bruce, as we see here. And it was Warner knowing how important the touchdown is. But look, the position is there for Law. Bruce has never even gone up for it.
And a timeout has been called by the Rams. It is their third and final timeout. They had converted 8 of 11 fourth down conversions in the regular season. And that was one of the best in the league. In the playoffs, they have gone for the first down 4 times and are over 3 on fourth down.
This is such a gamble, though, as we look at that stat. 37 straight possessions they've scored in the red zone. But if they don't get it here on fourth down, that is going to be such an emotional deflator for this team. You wonder if they're going to have enough time to come back. Marks is really rolling the dice here.
And the last time they didn't make it, Nick, was against the Patriots in Week 10. Fourth and goal on the 3-yard line. Here is Warner, looking, getting pressed back. Can't find a receiver, and he's going to try to run it in. He loses the ball, he fumbles, and the Patriots pick it up. And it's Bucky Jones. Bucky Jones down the sideline. And Bucky Jones will score. There is a flag down, however, a penalty marker down. Bucky Jones into the end zone for the 97-yard run, but a penalty marker has been thrown. And Mike Martz confident that that penalty may be against the Patriots the way he is pointing downfield.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the decision will be because it looks like it could be considered defensive holding But when Kurt Warner decides to pull that ball down and move to the other side of the field, I don't know what can happen in that situation. What a great job by the defense keeping the coverage that long to Bucky Jones. If this play stands, it will be the longest fumble return in history.
And instead, it's going to be first down and goal. First and goal for the St. Louis Rams. Talk about a turnaround on a play.
You're talking about a 24-3 score in the game that is about to move.
Defense, 55, half the distance to the goal.
And they called it on Willie McGinnis. What a incredible turn of events here.
Take a look at Marshall Faulk. That's who was matched up in coverage. Yeah, that's it's almost a tackle.
But it's definitely holding. It's an embrace,
I
if
think
anything.
he thought he had the football.
It's an embrace.
I tell you, it keeps this game alive. From 21-3 down with 10 minutes left, the way this Patriots defense is playing, you would think there's no way back for Kurt Warner. They are skating on very thin ice here, the Rams.
Well, I agree with you. That would have been it. That would have been the final nail. But instead, the Rams now will have a first and goal at the 2. Here it is again as McGinnis holds Marshall Faulk.
The big thing is Kurt Warner moves to the other side of the field. The fumble occurs on the opposite side of the field.
Yes.
That hold took place behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to mark it actually on the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1.
And this entire Patriot defense just ran 99 yards to celebrate with Bucky Jones.
Yeah. Here's the handoff to Faulk. Doesn't get it. May have lost a yard on the play.
And they might want to run another 99 yards if that's how they respond, Darryl. Tremendous goal line stand.
Maybe they got to run sprints. Maybe they're better off running sprints even in the Super Bowl game. Willie McGinnis credited for making the tackle on Marshall Faulk, bringing up second and goal.
Well, let's see what Kurt Warner was looking at on this play. There's Marshall Faulk releasing. He's definitely looking that direction, waiting for Marshall to get free. So I think they decide that the hold disrupted the play, and that's why it stood, even though the fumble occurred on the opposite side of the field.
Now the Patriots are going to call a timeout. So here we are with 9:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Rams have no timeouts remaining, and the Patriots have only one. So they don't have any timeouts in their back pocket.
Well, that's going to be the critical thing for the St. Louis Rams. If they get into a situation where they have to get into a 2-minute mode to try and tie this football game up, they're going to have to do so without any timeouts.
So with 9:33 to go, and the Rams trying to climb to within one touchdown of the Patriots, who lead it 17-3. (17-3), New England leading, but the Patriots, the Rams ready to threaten. Log on to NFLEurope.com for the latest news, stats, and features on your favorite players and teams. www.NFLEurope.com. Well, this week the NFL announced a groundbreaking partnership with FC Barcelona. NFL Europe's Barcelona Dragons and FC Barcelona will join forces to promote their respective games in Europe and the United States. And Nick, this has got far-reaching consequences.
It's absolutely huge. Barcelona, one of the biggest sports franchises in the world, joining up with the Barcelona
Second and
Dragons.
goal from the 2, the quarterback sneak and a touchdown. Marshall Faulk. I should say Kurt Warner running up the middle for the touchdown. And the Rams with a conversion here to climb within 7 points of the New England Patriots.
When you've got so many weapons out there to cover, sometimes you lose track of the quarterback. We saw him run it in the field earlier, called it, we thought was very suspect, but right there, he walks in untouched into the end zone.
So Warner scoring the first touchdown for the Rams. The extra point by Wilkins is good. And with 9:31 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Patriot lead is cut to 17-10. So the Rams finally get a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and it's on a quarterback sneak by Kurt Warner. Another surprise.
works for them, it works for the Dragons, it works for NFL Europe. It's a deal that I think is of benefit to everybody.
And there's talk of FC Barcelona coming over to play some exhibition games here in the United States. So I think it works. I don't think there's anybody that loses in the deal that they've struck with FC Barcelona.
You're absolutely right. You'll go and watch them, won't you, Darryl?
Absolutely, absolutely. Soccer was the first sport I played, Nick.
I didn't know that.
Well, football's global. There's the scoring drive. Remember the New England touchdown, the fumble return, negated by the holding penalty that gave the Rams new life. Patrick pass from the end zone, running it out for the Patriots. And he is hit, and they're knocked down at the 25-yard line. A 29-yard return. Trump candidate, the backup running back, will fall on the tackle.
Very important right now for this New England Patriots offense to come out and get something positive early in this drive. They cannot turn the ball over on a 3-down-and-out series back to this St. Louis Ram offense. You can see the possibility of a momentum shift right here as this defense of the Rams tries to get the crowd back into their favor.
This could be the critical series of the game, thus, Moose. Backing up what you are saying with 9:20 to go on the 25-yard line. Play action and a quick toss to Mark Edwards. Edwards hit by Adam Archuleta and a pickup of 2 yards.
And Archuleta doing there what the Patriots defensively have been doing, making the tackle, not giving the receiver any time to do anything. He really has had a terrific rookie season, this guy to compare to John Lynch, and you can see why.
One of the 3 first-round draft picks by the Rams. 2nd down and 8. And the pitch, Antoine Smith bobbled it, and Smith getting to the 32-yard line will be short of the first down by about 3 yards. As the clock winds down to 8.5 minutes, Aeneas Williams, who has not been involved, as you mentioned earlier, in pass coverage, but making a couple of running stops.
It's like this guy's got an infectious disease or something. The Patriots haven't gone near him all day.
Good idea.
I guess you can understand why.
You don't want to go near him. He's too good. 3rd and 2. Patrick Pass is lined up in the backfield. There's Aeneas Williams, 10 years with the Cardinals, toiling with a loser, now trying to win a Super Bowl with the Rams. J.R. Redmond back there, and there is pressure on Brady in his pass. He can't get it to Patrick Pass, and that'll bring up 4th down. So again, underscoring your comments, Moose, it is 3 and out for the Patriots, adding more momentum to the Rams.
Well, and this is one of the areas that a lot of concern was the speed on the outside. Leonard Little, number 91, Grant Wistrom, number 98. They're getting around the corner very quickly. Leonard Little beats Craig Robinson Randall and affects the ability of Tom Brady to be able to stand in that pocket, deliver the ball. 3 plays and out, the ball is coming back to this hot Rams offense.
Ken Walter with Dre Bly back to return. Bly inside the 15, turning the corner, and Bly tackled from behind at the 20-yard line. A 53-yard punt by Walter, and now they have to separate some of the players as tempers run high. This is a game that very few people anticipated. Most thought that it was going to be a rout in favor of the Rams, as their penalty, Bernie Kukar running toward the line. And
holding 57 of the return team during the kick.
So holding will be called against O.J. Brigham.
Change of possession, half the distance of the goal.
Who's normally an outstanding special teams player. The Ravens had him last year, as you remember, Moose, played in the Super Bowl, but now cost him some yardage.
Yeah, he and Kim Herring both jumping ship from Baltimore, playing for the Rams in back-to-back Super Bowls. And one of the big reasons that Baltimore was there last year, a tremendous special teams player making a key mistake there.
And the Rams backed up to their 6th. Out. It doesn't matter where the Rams start their possession with this kind of high-octane attack.
Yeah, and there's just the ability to get big chunks of yardage in single plays. That is one of the key reasons why this team is so tough to stop no matter where they start on the field.
On the 7-yard line. 17-10 the score. Short drop and the pass. And Torrey Holt, the intended receiver, and broken up that time by Otis Smith. Well, the big play of the game was the holding call on Willie McGinnis against
Well,
Marshall
here he
Faulk.
is right here. There he releases right there to go out in the pass. And we saw Kurt Warner. He was looking for it the whole time. And as he scrambles, the ball is knocked loose, and Tabucky Jones picks it up. Now, he thinks he has just sealed the game for the Patriots. That ball comes back. And Kurt Warner runs a little quarterback sneak into the end zone. And now we're to a 1-touchdown difference in this football game.
Second down and 10 on the 7-yard line for the Rams, who are out of timeouts. Here is Warner on the goal line, and the pass caught, and that was Torrey Holt. And he's short of the first down, gets it up to the 15-yard line. Roman Pfeiffer, the linebacker, on the coverage. Gain of 7. Largest fourth-quarter comeback in Super Bowl history. 7 points, done twice by the 49ers and by the Baltimore Colts. Tonight, the Rams trail by 14. If they win the game, it'll be the biggest comeback of all time. Third down and 3. Critical play here in this game. 7:08 to go, and Kurt Warner going back, and the pass caught for the first down by Isaac Bruce. His forward progress is up to the 18-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup on 3rd and 3, and the Rams keep possession.
But this is one of the things that the Patriots determined themselves to do this game, was not to let the Rams have big chunks of yardage. And you see right here, Highlaw trailing Isaac Bruce as he comes across the field. He hits him immediately. And as Nick has pointed out, very few times today have the wide receivers been able to pick up additional yards after contact.
Been only 3 plays over 20 yards for the Rams. Normally a big play team. Let's see, first down, pump fake, and Warner being chased, and Warner being hit. No, still on his feet, and gets hit as he throws it out of bounds. Richard Seymour, Bobby Hamilton on the pressure, but Kurt Warner took a lick.
And again, nowhere to go for Warner. He's looking for receivers. He's bought himself some time, but the coverage downfield from the defensive backs is just outstanding. There's nowhere for Warner to go on this play.
The quarterback, not known as an elusive quarterback, does a tremendous job of avoiding several Patriots defensive linemen, but watch here at the end. Wow, he takes one right under the chin. And this is the reason why he had nowhere to go. You see Otis Smith on your right side of your screen. They've got Isaac Bruce, or Torrey Holt bracketed on the bottom. Nowhere to go with that football.
Second down and 10. And here comes a blitz. Picked up, and here's Warner's pass. And it's caught by Ricky Kroll and run out of bounds by Ty Law. And a first down and a big play for the Rams, getting out of trouble to the tune of 30 yards.
And that's what happens when you blitz and you don't get there. You leave men exposed downfield, and Kroll had all kinds of space here. And it's a big first down, and it's an important one for him as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line of St. Louis. Warner looking for anyone, finds Jeff Robinson, and Robinson close to a first down. Mike Vrabel making the tackle. 12-yard pickup in all, and he got a couple of extra yards, so it will be a first down, and he stops the clock with 5:37 remaining in regulation.
One of the things that Mike Martz looks for in a quarterback, accuracy, intelligence, but also toughness. And we'll take a look right here. He's been sacked twice, but they've hit him 7 more times. And he said that that's one of the big things that Kurt Warner has that a lot of people just don't realize is how much punishment he takes, and he just keeps coming back to perform.
From the 39-yard line, and Marshall Faulk gets hit immediately. Mike Vrabel, who has played a big game defensively for the Patriots, holding Faulk to a gain of only 1.
Well, Marshall Faulk on that last touchdown drive early as they got into the red zone area inside the 5-yard line. He came up very slowly after a run down there, and it looks like he's still feeling those effects. again, that was one of the things that the Patriot defense wanted to do. They wanted to hit Marshall as many times as they possibly could, releasing on pass routes. Anytime you saw him, give him a little shoulder and try and wear him down by the end of the game.
8th play of the drive, 2nd down. And here is Warner again in trouble and gets away from Richard Seymour, and now wrestled down way back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 16 yards on that sack by Willie McGinnis. A huge defensive play by the Patriots, and you got to remember, Rams are out of timeouts.
And these are all coverage sacks right here. This is not pressure created by the defensive line or a blitz package of Bill Belichick. This is just a great job in coverage by the defensive backs. And here you see Kurt Warner trying to move around and find somebody. He's moving around, trying to buy time, but there's just nowhere to go with the football.
3rd down and 25. And a timeout called by the Patriots. So with 4 minutes and 1 second remaining in regulation, there are no timeouts remaining for either team, Darryl.
This is a very unusual situation. A 17-10 football game. Very close. Neither team has the timeouts left. If this game does get to a situation where it becomes tied, these teams are going to be they're going to be wishing that they were a little bit more efficient with their clock management to keep those timeouts.
Well, if the Patriots hold on, it would be the 2nd biggest upset of all time in the Super Bowl. No question, the biggest upset. Super Bowl III, Joe Namath leading the New York Jets to a victory over the Baltimore Colts, giving life to the American Football League, later becoming the American Football Conference. That was the greatest upset, 16-7, back in Miami in Super Bowl III. This would rank number 2 if the Patriots hold on. And this is the Rams when they burned their timeouts.
Very unusual. One of the criticisms of the Rams team is their poor management of clock. And that's probably about the only thing you can find wrong with this offense.
And movement in the line, and there's pointing. Ernie Conwell had jumped back and then pointed to one of the Patriots. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction.
It's against New England.
93 defense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20. The Rams have to get to the Patriots' 29-yard line to keep possession. And there is the yellow line indicating the 1st down. That's the point that the Rams have to reach. 3rd down and 20. Deep drop for Kurt Warner. Warner stepping up, drills it, incomplete. It's deflected away, intended for Torrey Holt, and it was Otis Smith on the coverage, so that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Rams are going to punt the ball. John Baker will come in and kick.
Well, this has been the 4th quarter. I think Bill Belichick is continuing to adjust because early in the game, the receivers were open. They were sometimes unable to get them the ball, but we have not seen these receivers very open throughout the course of the 2nd half.
John Baker with a kick, and it will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So 3:44 remaining. The Patriots will take over on the 20-yard line. The Rams are out of timeouts, and the Patriots in control of this game and can keep the ball away from St. Louis. Log on to SuperBowl.com for your chance to vote for tonight's most valuable player of Super Bowl 36. Pick one player from either team, and your vote will count in the selection of the game's MVP.
Another reason that you want to keep your timeouts for later in the game is if you are behind, you can stop the clock if the opposition starts to run the football. So if New England can establish their ground attack, they'll be able to take a lot of time off this clock.
Here's the pitch to Antoine Smith, and Smith tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2 yards. Adam Archuleta, the rookie strong safety. New England went 3 and out in their last drive.
And they can't afford to do that right now. They've got an opportunity to run the clock out. And to me, that is the mark of a championship football team. They're coming on the field with a little over 3.5 minutes to go, and they stepped out there, St. Louis has no timeouts. The only way this clock is going to stop is at the 2-minute warning. They have an opportunity to stay on this field and walk off as Super Bowl champions. We'll see if they can do it as an offensive unit.
Started at 42nd. That's the play clock. 2nd down and 12. And the Patriots are letting the play clock wind down. They have 3 minutes to go in regulation time. Brady to Smith over the middle and tackled at the 22-yard line for a pickup of 4 yards. As the clock continues to run, the Rams are out of timeouts. And there is the play clock, and you know that the Patriots will let it run down to the low single digits.
Yes, and very smart to throw the short passing in, because the other way this clock can stop is on an incomplete pass. So that is one of the risks that you will run throwing the football. So important to throw it short and make sure you have sure completions.
No Super Bowl game has ever gone to overtime. And for that to happen, the Rams would have to get a touchdown and a conversion. 3rd down and 8. This is a critical play. And the pitch going to Antoine Smith. He's hemmed in. Smith diving forward and is tackled by Grant Wistrom. And the 2-minute warning will stop the clock. With the Patriots leading 17-10, and the Rams will get the ball back. It'll be 4th down. It'll be a time for New England to punt. One last chance for the Rams. Packers declining the job with the New York Jets to go to New England. And in his 2nd year, after an 0-2 start and a 1-3 beginning, and a lot of adversity, losing his starting quarterback, coming back and winning 8 in a row, and shocking the Raiders and the Steelers in the playoffs. And now can his defense hold? There's Dre Bly, ready to receive the punt by Ken Walter. The Rams do not have any timeouts remaining, and the kick flag is down, and the kick bounces. A 30-yard punt going out of bounds. And the signal is a holding penalty.
Well, the St. Louis Rams definitely setting up for a return in that situation. They didn't really try and pressure the punter with scheme. So we will wait and see as the officials huddle to sort the call out. But holding against
the Patriots.
The Patriots.
Question is, was it post-possession or not?
34 of the kicking team. That penalty is declined. 1st down, St. Louis.
So it was against Bucky Jones and is declined. So the 30-yard punt by Walter. And the St. Louis Rams will have the ball in great field position on their 45.
And there's Bucky Jones right there releasing on the punt coverage unit. I hope it happened later in the play, because I did not see anything there. I don't know what the call was, but they declined it anyway, so it has no impact on the game.
Best starting position, the 45-yard line. 1:51 left, no timeouts. They need a touchdown to the Rams. And the pass caught by Azakim, and he stays in bounds and gets at least 6 more yards. It looked like he was going out of bounds, and all of a sudden cut downfield and winds up with a gain of 18.
Wow, Mike Vrabel has an opportunity to make a tackle for a 6-yard gain. And look at the ability of Azakim to stay in bounds. That is tremendous. And he gets an additional 12 yards down the field. I don't know how he stayed in bounds, Dick. I mean, but Mike Vrabel thinks he's done everything. Wow, that is impressive work down the sideline by Azakim.
Yo Murphy is in the game as a wide receiver for the first time. And a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The Rams need a touchdown. The field goal won't do it. It's Yo Murphy on the toss, and Murphy going out of bounds. And Yo Murphy getting 12 yards on the play.
Yo Murphy coming out of the backfield. They had Willie McGinnis kind of caught him in a catch-22. Do you stay and cover Yo Murphy or to come and pressure Kurt Warner? When he decided to pressure, he just flipped it over his head. Yo Murphy catches a ball and scampers down the sideline.
former NFL Europe star. So Bill Belichick trying to come up with the answer here. 1:37 to go. First down for the Rams on the 26-yard line of New England. And there is a fade pattern. Wide open is Ricky Proehl. Proehl gets away and scores for the Rams. Ricky Proehl got away from Tabucky Jones, it appeared, and got into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Rams, with a minute and a half to go, are one extra point away from tying this game. And we've never had an overtime in a Super Bowl, Bruce Johnston, and we have a great possibility of it now. 26 yards.
Well, it looks like it was a mix-up in coverage right there. Ricky Proehl was wide open down the sideline, but does a great job of finishing that catch to get the touchdown. And the only question is, did St. Louis score too quickly and leave New England too much time?
Here is Wilkins with the extra point to tie the game at 17-17. So it's been a wild game in which the Rams scored a field goal, 17 unanswered points, but they come back to tie.
87, Ricky Proehl releases, and you can see the man in coverage get caught up with Isaac Bruce's release. Kind of a little, not necessarily a pick play, because those are illegal in the NFL, but a release on the line of scrimmage that causes a problem in coverage, and you can see Ricky Proehl wide open. But watch how he finishes right there. He makes the catch at about the 11-yard line and does a great job of getting that ball in the end zone. They make it look so easy sometimes, Dick. That's why this team, you can never relax, and I think that that's one of the things that is really difficult when you play them. You play well all afternoon, you're leading by 14 in the fourth quarter, and as soon as you let your guard down, they score 14 quick points. They take advantage of the mistake with the penalty on the return for the fumble, and now they've got themselves tied up with a little under a minute and a half to go.
And look at the Ram bench. They are inspired right now. They are back in the game. And now with a minute and a half to go, Ricky Proehl, who's the fourth wide receiver on this team, catching the touchdown pass, and he caught a big one against Tampa Bay in the playoffs a few years ago to put the Rams in the Super Bowl. Jeff Wilkins kicking off to Troy Brown. And Brown changing direction. Good block by Edwards, and Brown is tackled after all of that shy of the 20-yard line. That was a 15-yard return.
That was a lot of work for not a whole lot of yards.
No game has ever gone to overtime in the history of the Super Bowl, and certainly no one ever thought it would happen in this game with the Rams heavy favorites, 2 touchdown favorites coming in. The Rams taking over on their own 45 with 1:18 left. It took them only 3 plays under a minute to tie it.
Well, New England's got plenty of time right here. They also have used all their timeouts, so they have to throw the ball to the outside or move very quickly if the ball is caught in play. But they've got plenty of time, and they've got a great kicker.
In Adam Vinatieri. At the 17-yard line, out of the shotgun. Here is Brady. Brady getting in trouble, but he flips it to J.R. Redmond, and Redmond is down by the middle linebacker London Fletcher after a pickup of 4. That stopped the clock.
And that's something they can't do. They can't afford to just dump the ball into the middle of the field for short gains. If they're going to throw it into the middle of the field, they have to throw it down the field.
2nd and 6. 4 wide receivers. Here's the blitz. Underneath again to Redmond. He has the first down to the 30-yard line. Aeneas Williams on the tackle. And the clock continues to run, and the hurry up for the Patriots. And they spike the ball and stop the clock. So when you want to save time, you run to the line of scrimmage and you spike the ball, which is legal, and stop the clock that way.
That is one of your only options in the situation that they have right now with no timeouts left. But obviously they go to 2nd down and 10 yards.
Drew Bledsoe, who lost his job first by injury, then he was all right, and Tom Brady, the second-year quarterback, getting encouragement, and that's what Brady said all year was a big plus for him, the support of Drew Bledsoe. 40 seconds to go, and here is J.R. Redmond. Redmond putting on speed, gets the first down, and the clock does stop with 33 seconds. Kim Herring making the tackle. And waiting in the wings, Adam Vinatieri, who would be in position if the Patriots get down deep enough to try to win the game as he did against the Raiders in the snow in overtime. The longest field goal in the regular season successfully made by Vinatieri was 55. In the postseason, 46. First and 10 at the 38-yard line, and the pass is incomplete. And the Rams looking for a possible grounding call, but none coming.
The big question will be, does he get outside the tackle box? If he is outside the tackle box, he can throw the ball. He's right on the edge right there. So that's difficult to see. So that's a judgment call by the officials. The Rams bringing pressure. Surprised to see them bringing pressure in this situation. You would think that they would sit back in coverage.
Second down and 10. On the 40-yard line. Here's Brady. Stepping up, Brady drills it, and the pass is caught by Troy Brown. And Brown going out of bounds. And that will stop the clock with 21 seconds. That's a 23-yard play. So right now the ball is spotted at the 31. It would be a 48-yard field goal. It's a 36, excuse me. So it'll be a 53-yard field goal right now for Adam Vinatieri. Here's Troy Brown again.
And that's inside his career long, and both Troy Brown and J.R. Redmond on the last plays doing a nice job of not only picking up some additional yardage, but making sure they got out of bounds to stop the clock.
21 seconds remaining. Patriots trying to win the game. Here's Brady, and it's caught by the tight end, Jermaine Wiggins, at the 31-yard line. Gain of 6, and the Patriots trying to run up and stop the clock to allow Vinatieri to get in, and they do with 7 seconds to go, and here he comes, Adam Vinatieri.
And as Nick Collins mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, he has never missed indoors. With his kick today, he is 24 for 24.
So here is Adam Vinatieri, who is the hero in overtime against the Oakland Raiders in the snow in Foxborough, trying to give the New England Patriots what would be a shocking upset over the St. Louis Rams, who wouldn't die. They came back with 2 touchdowns to tie it at 17 here in the fourth quarter. Here it is, a 48-yard attempt by Vinatieri to try to win it. And Vinatieri's kick is up, and the kick is good! Adam Vinatieri has kicked the field goal, and the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl. A 48-yard field goal by Adam Vinatieri. And the New England Patriots have scored a shocking upset, beating the favored St. Louis Rams 20-17 in what has to be not only the most shocking upset, but the most dramatic Super Bowl game ever played. The world is seeing one of the great players of NFL Europe. Moose kicked a game-winning field goal in a game that was so fraught with emotions on both sides. There he is, surrounded by the media with the microphones there, and what a game, what a game.
Well, what representation by NFL Europe today. Kurt Warner leading his team down the field to tie it with a little over a minute and a half left to go. And then Adam Vinatieri winning it for the New England Patriots. And I tell you, the kick that he made against Oakland in that snow, to me, one of the greatest kicks in the history of the NFL, especially with what was at stake and the conditions on the field. And he follows it up again today. That is just absolutely an incredible job by Adam Vinatieri and this New England Patriots team. And I want to emphasize team, because that is what Bill Belichick talked about. We are the best football team. They have bought into my philosophy of doing what is necessary to win as a team, not as a group of individuals, putting aside provide the individual praise that other teams and other players get to function as a team, and it was a good enough effort today to stop that high-powered Rams offense.
Here was a team that started 0-2, 1-3. They lost their quarterback, Coach Dick Raven, with a heart attack, and then Drew Bledsoe with a serious chest injury in the second game of the season, and then Tom Brady came in, and there is the winning field goal from 48 yards.
Well, coming into the game, it was a question of whether it was going to be the dynasty or the destiny. The dynasty of the St. Louis Rams, 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, or the destiny of the New England Patriots, a team with the things that they've overcome this season. It proved to be destiny for the Patriots.
And the reaction of Bill Belichick, who had been here before as an assistant, now a winner, a Super Bowl winner in his second year. And this is a team that overcame adversity. Last year, they were 5-11. And they turned it around to 11-5. And the owner of the New England Patriots is Bob Kraft, and he is going wild as his team has finally done it in their 3rd attempt, all here at the Superdome in New Orleans. And there they are, Brady and Bledsoe joined at the hip. And the two of them talk about teamwork, Darryl Johnston. They had it this year. And the New England Patriots, who took over on their own 17-yard line with a minute and a half left, capped with the field goal by Vinatieri. And for the St. Louis Rams, heavy favorites, it was not Kurt Warner's day, and 3 critical turnovers really undid St. Louis's attempt.
And those 3 turnovers generated 17 New England Patriot points. In New England, no turnovers. When they played earlier in the season, St. Louis turned the ball over 3 times, but New England returned the favor with 3 turnovers of their own. Today, what everybody said they had to do, a near error-free football game, well-executed plan that was devised by Bill Belichick, some offensive plays, unaccustomed to the New England Patriots, some reverses, some threats down the field. They left nothing in the bag, and they deserve to be the world champions of Super Bowl 36.
You know, when I see the name Patriots, is it fitting or not that a team called the Patriots would win the Super Bowl this year?
Well, with everything that has happened in the United States this year, it seems only fitting that the champions of the Super Bowl, of Super Bowl 36, would be a team that dons the red, white, and blue, and a team that carries the nickname of the Patriots.
Super Bowl 7, Miami won, was the last time the AFC East team won the Super Bowl. They were 0-8 since then, coming into this, a tremendous football game. You know, what is it like when that confetti comes down?
Well, it feels very good, but you don't worry about the confetti. You all you have to do is get in that locker room and just have a little party, open your beer up, your champagne up, and have a good time. But boy, I tell you what, they're going to do it tonight.
And we were sitting here thinking that Belichick had blown it.
Well, for a while, because we thought they played a little bit too soft defensively, and we thought he was going to play for overtime. But, man, you know what he's doing on offense, too.
You know, it's you have played in both types of Super Bowls where it's been 1 week off or 2 weeks off. Makes a difference?
It really doesn't make a difference. 1 week off, you have 2 weeks off, all you're doing is going to all the parties, get a lot of free stuff from Nike, Reebok, and those other companies. But, you know, you still got to play the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, 1 week off they've had, this is the 6th one. Half of them have been decided on the last play.
I was in one of those.
Yeah, you know. So let's look at some of the plays from this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Second half.
This was a big one. Watch this one. Deep ball. Oh, look at that. Got him. Oh, that would have been a completion, but he was out of bounds. It don't matter. Kurt Warner trying to stress the defense on that one. This one right here, same thing. He just threw it in the blitz. Otis Smith picks it off. He should have scored on this, but I'll take the interception any time of the week. No big deal. Kurt Warner's little shell shock and looking for the blitz again.
And they turn that into only 3 points there.
This right here would have been the game. Look at that. If he would have held on that interception.
Yeah, 2 chances. They had 2 chances, or 3 times.
Could have iced it.
Almost 2 interceptions and a one pickup on a fumble.
Yeah, and this one right here. This right here would have been the game. Would have been a fumble. But no, my boy William McGinnis had to hold on. I think Kurt just dropped the ball. That would have been a touchdown right there. Easy. Game would have been over. New England would have been celebrating right now. But,
yeah, but wouldn't you have that same thrill of victory?
It wouldn't have been the same kind of game, you're right. Wouldn't have been against held on that. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Look at that. You hate to see a flag after a touchdown. Just hate it. Here's the hold right here.
This is the play,
You should have just tackled him. You would have tackled him. It wouldn't have been a hold. It wouldn't have been a hold. But that was the guy Kurt Warner was looking for. The ref saw it, threw the flag. This was a smart play. Quarterback sneak. Nobody was expecting it. That brought the Rams back in 7 points. This quick strike. This is a pick pass. This is illegal on top. That's an illegal play. Rams got away with it. Crossing route. Great play by Ricky Prohl. He's a real good receiver finding the end zone.
But to the benefit of the Patriots by them scoring so quickly.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about it. They scored too quick.
Yeah.
The Rams scored too quick. And then with a minute 37 seconds on the clock. And this is it. Look at this. Oh.
48-yarder.
Look at it. Got a little draw on it, too. Sweet. That's sweet. Oh, what an ending.
We talked about how the NFC dominated late 80s up until the late 90s. AFC has won 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls. It's kind of turned around.
Well, the reason is because of free agency. So
yes.
NFC players are going to the AFC and vice versa. So it's not really an AFC-NFC competition anymore per se. Because free agency, those players go in where they want.
In this game, I know I have my thoughts. Your thought, MVP.
The kicker,
hey.
Adam Vinatieri. That guy, whoa. He's got to be MVP because basically the Patriots played well as a team.
Yep.
Nobody really stood out except Adam.
Okay, the presentation is coming up after this break.
Mr. Kraft, let me get your lovely wife Myra in here. Mr. Commissioner, go right ahead, sir.
Bob, you played a super opponent today. You concluded an extraordinary season with a game for the ages. I know it fulfills a lifetime of dreams for you, for your family, for Coach Belichick and your players. Congratulations on a tremendous victory.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hold it up high, Bob. Enjoy the moment. The fans of New England have been waiting 42 years for this day. And we are world champions. And the Kraft family is happy to be associated with coaches and team players who put team first as the way they came out of the tunnel tonight. And in a way, the fact that our players and coaches at this time in our country, when people are banding together for a higher cause, can feel this special spirit of America, we're proud to be a symbol of that in a small way. Spirituality, faith, and democracy are the cornerstones of our country. We are all patriots, and tonight the Patriots are world champions. Bob, let me ask you, Coach Belichick, people thought you were crazy when you gave up a #1 draft choice for this man right here, Coach Bill Belichick. It must make you feel proud to know that you have a head coach that respects you, loves, cares about you, and finally has seen that dream come true. Well, the best deal I ever made was getting this guy.
Thank you.
Bill, congratulations. I have to ask you, after the first game in which you blitzed so much in that football game, over 35 blitzes, what was the changes? What did you see and say to yourself, this is what we have to do differently if we want to compete against this team, which was so heavily favored?
Well, they did a great job of picking those blitzes up in the first game, so we covered a little bit more in this game. But I think it's just a great job by our players and our coaches on preparation all week. And, you know, this team beat the #1 seed in the AFC in Pittsburgh, beat the #1 seed in the NFC here in St. Louis. All the credit's got to go to the players and the coaches. And if we're playing next week, we'll probably be the underdogs.
What was the mindset, Bill? Because how do you come in here and how did you keep your team so loose? Because quite honestly, people said the speed on this turf, your team can't match up. I noticed in this game, it looks like you pressed a lot, doubled up a lot, mixed it up a lot, and made them hold the football longer than Kurt Warner normally likes to hold the football.
Well, I thought we had to do that, Terry. I thought we had to cover more than rush because he gets it out of there so quick. We tried to rush him with everything but the kitchen sink in the first game, and they did a great job, and he got rid of it, so we thought we had to do a little more cover in this game. But again, these players, there's a lot of other people that don't believe in them, but they believe in themselves, and that's really all that matters. You know, they know they can play with anybody.
Coming into this game, you had basically a rookie quarterback, a second-year guy, and I think once again, hats off to you for a gutsy decision. When Drew Bledsoe came back, you stuck with Tom Brady. What was it about Brady that you saw that you said, this is my quarterback?
Well, he's been playing. You know, he's had most of the snaps. He's been playing. He's had the timing with the offensive line and the receivers and so forth. I just thought that gave us the best chance this week. But, you know, Drew did a tremendous job last week in Pittsburgh. We got 2 good quarterbacks back. We got 3 good ones with Heward. So you can't have too much depth at that position, Terry.
I have to give hats off to your offensive line. I thought when you got the ball with 1:41, I'm hollering, well, they'll kill the clock, they'll kill the clock, they'll kill the clock. But yet, Tom Weiss, your offensive coordinator, took the football down the field, and you put the game, the first time ever we had a field goal the side of the Super Bowl, you did put this thing in his hands. How proud are you of the game that he called today?
Charlie did a tremendous job offensively. The players executed great, and we got a couple of big plays out of J.R. Redmond and Jermaine Wiggins and, of course, Troy Brown on that last drive, and of course, a huge kick out of Vinatieri. He's been dependable, and he's been our clutch guy all year.
Congratulations, Coach Louis. Tom Brady, come here. Come here, you. Over here. Congratulations. This has got to feel like, man, I don't believe this is happening to me. Like a dream come true.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's an example of what happens when guys believe in each other. And I mean, there's so many reasons why we're here. I mean, Damon and Drew Bledsoe and my coach, you know, it's always with the support. The way the offensive line played today, the running backs, Antoine. I mean, it's just dream come true. Super Bowl champ.
How about the last drive? Up to that drive, about 88 yards passing. Pretty much ran the football. What about that last drive?
Well, it's the way the teams, whenever we've had our backs against the wall, we've responded all year. Could have been last week in Pittsburgh. Drew comes in, throws touchdown passes. You know, all year. Oakland game, Adam kicks the game winner. It's just, it's awesome. To have all the Patriot fans here. Bring a championship home to Boston.
Turn around. Tom Brady, turn around. I want to hand you these keys to an Escalade EXT sitting right over there. Cadillac, you are the MVP of Super Bowl 36. Congratulations.
That's my car?
That's your car.
Oh,
that's your car.
Oh, man. There's a lot of guys that deserve that car. I'm sure everyone could use it. It's a team car now. Might for me, but everyone's using it.
So they can help pay the taxes on it, too.
Yeah, they sure can. I guess I'll be doing that. But I want to say hi to my family, mom, dad. We did. Unbelievable. My sisters, my brother-in-law, my little niece, Maya.
Congratulations. Where's Adam Vinatieri? See up here? Where's that? Hey, come here, Adam. Come here. Hey, you're making a habit of this. I mean, first we see you against the Raiders in a snowstorm. Hit a 45-yarder there to win that football game, send you down to the championship game. What about today? What's going through your mind? Did you think that your team would try to drive down the field and give you that chance?
Absolutely. I knew they would because we got a ton of champions out here, and these guys never, ever give up. I've never been so proud to be a member of anything in my life. I love every one of these guys. They just stepped up, balled all game long, shocked the world, but we didn't shock ourselves because we're champions. Woo!
All right, congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Where's Ty Law? Where's Ty at? Ty, come here, man.
That was the Rams' first loss on the road this season. But I think when you look at something from a coaching standpoint in all sports, 2 things stand out. Defense, team play.
Defense wins championships.
That's what they say.
It is true.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
And a team always wins. And that today proved it. The Patriots were a better team collectively than the Rams were today.
Patriots come out, ground attack, which, you know, against the #1 rush defense in football. Patriots come up with over 130 yards. Rams giving up 85 yards coming in. That was also a big key.
They had to establish the run. The Patriots had to do it, and that's what they did. And they mixed it up quite a bit, too, with trick plays and some quick passes. But they kind of threw the Rams off balance.
Troy Brown plays a solid game for him. I thought Mr. Smith in the backfield was outstanding.
Antoine Smith, 6'2", 238, a big fella. And then Redmond came in, number 21, came in and did a good job, too. The big guy, little guy syndrome, mixed them up, messed the Rams up completely. And Redmond's a great receiver out of the backfield, too.
In your time, would you say this is the biggest upset in Super Bowl?
You know what? In my time, yes. You know, they showed a highlight of the Jets.
The third one. That was Super Bowl number 3.
That was huge.
That was big. That was good at that time.
Your team, well, you're not see like Buffalo, not like the Jets.
No, I'm AFC. Okay. Yes. All right.
But I got to rate this.
Yeah.
In my time, the best.
I mean, quality game throughout. You know, but I know for both of us sitting here on the edge of our seats hoping for New England.
We yelling and screaming.
But it's just, you know, the way they did it at the end couldn't have been done anyway. You just couldn't have wrote the script.
You couldn't script it any better. It was perfect. It was so methodical. Play, pass, boom, boom, boom. 40-yard field goal. Oh, man.
And you got to feel Bill Belichick. You got to feel for him.
Well, Bill Belichick, you know, he won 2 Super Bowls already, you know. So the guy has his rings, but he took a team, a face of nobodies. Nobodies. Molded them, made them the way he wanted to, won a championship.
Yeah, and after week 4, it would look like he might have been out of a job. You know, he really turned that table around.
He was about to go. Believe me, he was about to go if he wanted to turn it around.
Okay, so that's all she wrote for this season. I hope you enjoyed it as much as us. So we have NFL Europe, which comes back on Saturday, April 13th. The first game sees our Claymores host the Barcelona Dragons. We'll be covering the Claymores portion again this spring, so check your local listings. From Mark Collins, Mark, thanks a lot. Best of luck with whatever you do, but I really enjoyed having you. We had a great time.
Thanks for having
today.
me, my friend.
Hey, beautiful. Hey, I'm Kevin Cato. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Heart is a glow, shoots up through the stony ground. There's no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you can lend a hand in return for grace. It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day. So let it get away on the road. Your love is down. Even if that doesn't ring true, you've been all over, and it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. So let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Clearing the sea.